Hey guys, welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. This is tonight's Sunday night forecast where we're going to do some daily analysis on some of the major pairs, guys. We're going to get started off with DXY, the US dollar index, and then we're going to move to gold, US 30, Nasdaq. We'll do a little GBPUSD and GBPJPY tonight, guys. I'll be looking on daily, weekly candles, guys. Okay, so we're going to be doing more looking for the weekly, what's been going on, kind of type of moves we're going to look at so we can kind of anticipate how we're going to move this week. We had a really good week last week. We were anticipating some bearish momentum on the markets, and we did see that. So let's see how it reacted after last week, and let's get started, guys. So welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys on a Sunday evening, and we'll get started, guys. So I'm looking at DXY. For you guys that are unfamiliar with what this is the US dollar currency index. So it shows us the strength and weakness of the US dollar paired against major currency pairs such as the British pound, the euro, the Japanese yen, we got the Swiss franc, we got the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and the Canadian dollar. So I pair it against those and it shows us the strength. So this is on the daily, so we can see on Friday it was very strong. Thursday we had a strong US dollar. So we're going to see, is it going to carry forward this week going forward? Tonight, tomorrow, we'll see. Maybe it's going to pull back a little bit. But a key area we're looking at and to hold above is this 93 area. So this is very, very key. Last week we were looking to stay above 92.50, and that was a key area, so we kind of held above it, so it's good. It's holding there, good strong support. And now what we're going to do is we're going to look to see, can the US dollar move a little bit more bullish this week? Because whatever you're trading, this is a big market mover, the US dollar. It will affect whatever you're trading, whether it's gold, US 30, Nasdaq, GBPUSD, EURUSD, GBPJPY. Anything you're trading will kind of go with the strength or weakness of the US dollar. So it's really important, guys, that you do your analysis with the US dollar. I'm going to go show you guys the weekly candles because I don't know if a lot of you guys look at the weekly candles, but this is the weekly outlook of our US dollar right here. So you can see we had a major W pattern and we could be looking for that weekly breakout, guys. Like, look at how close we are to get to weekly resistance right here, 93.50 right here on the weekly. So if I put a line up here, guys, right up here, 93.50. Okay, see this yellow line? This is the neckline of the weekly breakout for the US dollar. We tried this week, August 16, mid-August. The US dollar was very, very strong that week. And the following week, it got bearish engulfed and sold off, but we picked up another nice support level. So we have good weekly support at 92 right up here. That's why we were looking for 92.5, that key break last week, and we got it. So this is going to be the big breakout for the US dollar this week. Can we break above 93.50? And this purple line up here, this is my 200-day moving average. So maybe we can attempt to try and get up here. If the US dollar can push 93, 93.5, maybe 94 in the next couple weeks, we're going to see some really nice strength on the US dollar, okay? But this is going to be a key area. So we guys got to remember, there is a supply zone up here. So when we talk about supply and demand, this is a weekly supply zone, okay, up here. We have a lot of supply up here. It came up here in mid-August and got rejected hard. We tried again to get up there. It got rejected hard. So we're going to try again. Hopefully we picked up some more momentum, some more buying liquidity on the US dollar. And it's safe to say that gold dropped, US 30 dropped. There was a big market drops. Maybe they rotate a little bit of money into the US dollar, you know. This is the kind of things that we're fundamentally looking at on a bigger level. So this is going to be a key level, guys. If we can break above here, and then if we break out the weekly break, where could we go up to? Well, we're going to target like psychological areas, okay? So obviously 94 is a big area, and it's right there. And you can see we basically have all of this consolidation in here at 90, and then break 94, you're looking at possibly 92, 94.5. You can see how it's moving in those type of increments on a weekly and daily. Those are key levels, and you break above there and you could go to 95. And that would be a look at that. That will be a big breakout above 95. US dollar could really break out. This is when it really came down bearish in mid-July of 2020. This is when like Corona started picking up, COVID cases and things like that. That's when we started to see money rotate from the US dollar and move into the stock market and gold and things like that. So we had a big drop on the US dollar over here, and it came all the way down to here to 89.56, but we held there. So thankfully we saved the US dollar at 89.14, because if you look back here, if we broke below that yellow line, our US dollar was going to go down to January of 2018 lows. If you lost that support, then you're coming over here. Last time US dollar was down in this area was 2014. We never wanted to see that. Okay, so that would have been could have been a disaster for the US economy. Okay, so we're starting to see, guys, if you follow patterns, this is a beautiful W pattern creating. We got nice support right in here, very good support at 92. We're consolidating in here. This is an accumulation distribution zone, but again, we could have enough momentum to break out of this supply zone and head higher on the weekly, or we'll possibly get rejected and maybe it's going to come back down a little lower. But what we're looking for is the pullback to create a higher low, and we can pick up some momentum maybe next week and continue to try and break above this key area. And then if you're following patterns, we have a double bottom, 1, 2, nice bottom. It's developed into a W pattern, down, up, down, and in here we were looking for that break right there on that green big bullish candle, but we couldn't get it, so we came down for a little bit lower, but we held support here, and now we're going to see, can we get that break now, or is it going to come back up and then maybe come back down, but maybe it might be a higher low right here, then we can get that anticipated momentum to break out of here. Okay, so this is the US dollar on a weekly level. So what I do is I go down to my daily level now to start to see what's going on the daily, because I'm not trading on a weekly candlesticks, but I broke down the week. Now we can start to see what's going on the daily. Let me just put that right back there. Okay, so remember this area that I identified? This was our weekly supply zone. Okay, you can see we came in there on August 19, came in on the daily, but then the next day, 20th, got rejected and came back down. So it's safe to say we got nice support down here at 92, exactly 92, and we're above the 200-day moving average on the US dollar. So things do look good, do look strong, but this is going to be a key area what we're going to look for. So if I go to my dailies now, what I do is I start to look at key areas. Like this is a key area. Let me just get rid of these lines up here because we don't need those right now. I'll look at those later. But what we need is a key support level on the daily right there. And then I can add one more key daily support area right in there. Okay, so that's good enough for me to look at right now. And what we need to look at is in this area on the US dollar. Okay, see up here, we broke through it on Friday. And we're going to see now, can this area hold support now? Okay, so what I'm looking for is this area. Can it hold this area for support? 93, psychological 93 area. We broke above it. Now we're going to see tonight, going into London, New York tomorrow, possibly Monday, Tuesday, can we hold? Can the US dollar stay above this range? And that will give us good insight on what we're trading this week. And welcome everybody, 50 viewers on a Sunday night. I appreciate you guys. We're starting a little earlier. Normally I start at 8:30, 9 p.m., but tonight I just had a few things to do. And also I'm going to be watching the football game later on. So thanks guys for joining. Everybody, Nubia, welcome. Michael Lambert, thank you, bro. Columbus, Ohio, thank you, bro. Jordan is the GOAT behind me, bro. Yes, sir. And Cliff, welcome. Yeah, Nubia, welcome back to, we always do these Sunday night sessions, guys. Suavi, what's up, my man? Hopefully you're enjoying the membership. We're going to get you set up with everything, getting online and everything like that. I'll message Dave in a little bit. Okay, bro? Yeah, guys, so this is the daily outlook. So now, do we see areas of consolidation near the areas we're trading? Yes, we do. So what I do is I can see this area in this zone right in here. Okay, so all of this in here, this is a lot of accumulation distribution going on in here, and what we're looking for is like a breakout. Like here, this was another zone where it was trading inside, and then on Thursday we had a nice big bullish engulfing candle close above the zone. This one came out, retested, and continued to go up. So now we broke out of this zone. So this is kind of like the Sunday night retest candle we're looking for. Is it going to continue pushing up bullish And if it does, then we created a higher low and we can continue to push. Where are we going to push up to? Well, we're right at this wick of this candle right here, 93.25. We're right there. You can see where my cursor is, right exactly there. If we break above there, then we can possibly head up to this level up here. But this is a daily, okay? So what we're looking for is a nice push on the US dollar. And then guys, if you're whatever you're trading, you should be using that to a little bit of an advantage for confluence. If you're trading the GU, you should be looking for maybe a possible short on British pound if the US dollar is strong. Euro, look for a short. If you're trading USD CAD, look for possible buy, things like that. Bullish if the US dollar is strong, guys. So welcome everybody. Let's just see here, guys. Legendary World, what's going on, brother? Harshit, welcome from Dubai. Dubai is beautiful. Welcome. Natasha, good evening. Moonman, what's going on? Zed, thank you for signing up. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Shelly Boy, what's good? Jade, how are you? And everybody, yeah, let's have a good time, guys. Okay, guys, so let's see here. So now what we're doing is we're going to see where could this thing move to. So right here, see this little small doji spin top candle right here, August 18. That was that candle, August 18. It was the pause candle, the momentum pause from this bullish candle and the next day's bullish candle. This is where we had a little bit of indecision between the buyers and sellers. So we're at the high of that candle right now. So if I identify this daily high right there, you can see the yellow line is exactly where we closed on Friday, and this is where we're trying to push up right now on tonight's daily candle. It's very, very early in tonight's daily candle. Sunday night just opened a couple hours ago, but if we break above here, we could possibly get up to this area. So this will show me nice strength on the US dollar. Okay, so these are the type of areas I'm targeting up here. And if we do get pushed down, then we're going to use these levels. It could come right back down to here to 93. Hopefully we can hold here. If it breaks below 93, then I'm looking at this area. Inside the accumulation distribution box right here, 92.86, and hopefully we can hold in there, and then we get some more buying on the US dollar this week, next week. Maybe we lead into October, and we can push higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. That's what we want for the US dollar. And we can start to see how it's shaping up right now. Everything looks good. It's in a little bit of an uptrend from down here, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We might get a little bit of a scale back, or we might push up tonight, okay? So we'll see what happens, but that's like overall strength on the US dollar, okay? So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to move to the pairs that we trade. We're going to start off with gold, guys. So I'm going to go to gold, XAU, USD, and guys, I use Saxo on my trading view charts. So if you do want to follow me, we'll go into that. This is the daily, guys. So most of you guys are aware from last week. You guys were trading with us, and you guys were trading. Gold was, when we broke, it was very bearish, okay? So a lot of us, we got into that sell. It was nice, bearish scalping. You play the lower lows, lower highs. If you don't feel comfortable scalping those pullbacks, you can always wait and continue to go for that lower high. But thank you guys to everybody in here. If I can just get you guys to like the stream, if you guys are getting good value out of this, it helps us to see how we're doing, and it also helps the algorithm. It helps the new traders as well, like yourselves. If you're looking for education, Forex education, live trading, then maybe it will pop up in their playlist and they'll get it recommended. So we do appreciate that, guys. That's all we ask for in return. Thank you, everybody. Mohammed, Rita, Fish, everybody, welcome, guys. Robertson, we'll get to GBPUSD. Yes, we'll do it. I'm just going to go through like the first. I'm going to go gold, US 30, Nasdaq, and then we'll get into GU, GBP, JPY, and we'll go from there, guys. So I'll get to the Forex pairs at the end, okay? Doug, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, Zayed, we'll get to US 30. No worries. No worries, guys. It's no rush tonight, guys, okay? We're doing weekly analysis, so it doesn't matter what order I do them in. I do daily, guys. We're not scalping tonight, okay? English, for first time here, welcome. We appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, Jade, for you, no worries. I will get you German 30 because I know a lot of you guys maybe like German 30. I don't normally chart that, but for you guys and Jade, she's in our group. So you guys got German 30. We'll do that as well. Okay, no worries. Let's get into this, guys. We got a lot of time. Let's have some fun tonight. Davis, thank you for joining, bro. We appreciate you. Thank you. Yep, Swabi, we do stream live daily New York sessions, approximately 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dave will be streaming New York for the next 2 weeks, and I'll be with the snipers in the Zoom room for Tokyo sessions and live trading in there. Okay, so guys, if you want to join the team, it's this is the time to join, guys. We're doing a lot, and it's just gonna we're doing more and more and more. It's just gonna be awesome, guys. Um, okay, guys, sorry, I'm reading the chat, but we got to get charting here. Uh, Mohammed, thank you, Habibi. I appreciate that. Mohammed says, guys, please give a like to the stream. Ron and Dave give out valuable information. Thank you. Jade, we love you too. Thank you for everything. Um, Zayed, we're not doing entries right now. Okay, this is weekly, and we have all the webinars. All the webinars of entries and exits and things like that are all on the website, tutorials, everything like that. Tonight is strictly we're going to be doing forecasts. Okay, we're not doing entries tonight right now. Rita, you've been here since 500, and you still can't tell if I'm Ron or Dave. Do we really look that alike? Oh man. Um, but yeah, it doesn't matter. We look the same. We're brothers from different mothers. So if you want to call me Dave, you call him Ronnie. Call us whatever you want. As long as you guys are learning and earning, and you guys are getting those pips, that's all that matters. But I'm Ron. I'm Ronnie. Shout out to South Africa. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's get into this because if not, I'm going to talk all night. I really want to dissect gold with you guys. I want to kind of give you my psychology, what I saw leading up to this. That's why I was bearish on gold when we broke here. We were trading it in our live Zoom call, guys. It was fun that night. Okay, this is where we caught it. We caught it early in the London break, and it really started to dump that night. Okay. Jade, yeah, we do look alike, eh? Okay, so right here we saw, okay, the high of gold that week was 1808. We tried to break above it, we couldn't, okay? So that gives you clue number one. Gold was not pushing above 1808, 1809 area right there. So what we have to do is look to the left. Last time we were up here in this area, 1830, 1834 area. So what is it when we're now below 1808? It's safe to say it's a lower high, correct, guys? It's a lower high. So we can start to draw a trend line coming down like this. Okay, so you can start to attempt your trend line because we had the push down, and pay attention, guys. Okay, and in here was the accumulation distribution area right in here. Okay, guys, I'm going to make my chart as simple as possible. Okay, so I don't want to have too many lines here, but what I'll do to explain this a little better to you guys is I'll put right here. So the purple line right here, okay, this is my 200-day EMA. 200-day EMA. Okay, and for you guys that don't know what this is, the 200-day EMA is a moving average. It's nice to use this moving average on your charts because if price is above it, it's considered to be bullish. If price is below it, it's considered to be bearish. And this can be on any time frame you're trading, whether it's a daily candle, a 4-hour, a 1 hour, a 30-minute, a 15-minute, a 5-minute, a 1-minute candle. This is kind of like a bigger support and resistance. So you can see up here when we broke above it, we did have a little bit of bullish momentum, and then they brought it right back down, and then volume closed below the purple line. We attempted one more time to break it, but they held it and came down. So now gold is clearly below the 200-day moving average. So we might get a little bit more bearish momentum, or we might start to have the pullback forming on gold where it's coming up, guys. Okay, so this is like where the education comes in here too. So we're not only are we scalpers, guys, like you guys know, we love scalping 1, 3-minute, 5-minute candles, but there's more work that goes involved. And if you start to do your analysis like this, you can also become a swing position trader because scalping is not for everybody. Some traders like to trade on hourly, 4-hour, daily candles, but if you had your chart set up like this and the proper techniques, you could have got into the sell here and held this position and cashed in a ton of pips, like on the gold drop. So these are for swing and position traders that want to hold. When you had the break right here, that break was that was quite a bit of pips, guys. That's 400 pips, okay? So that's a 400 plus pip drop, okay, in just one day, and then down there. So guys, if you want to learn this techniques, we teach all of this, guys, okay? Oh, it's called German 40 now. Did they change that? Okay. um, Titan, as long as you're learning, bro, we'll teach you, you know. Oh, Ron does night. David does New York. I got myself already told Ron it was the beard. Yeah, we got the big beards, guys. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it lined up this week, guys. I'll go to my barber, but I've just been so busy, guys. So busy. But normally we're lined up. Okay, so look, guys. Okay, so what do we have here? This. Let me just put it also. So for new people, come on here. This is gold analysis. Okay, guys. This is kind of what we do with our webinars and things like that, tutorials. This is how we kind of teach. So gold on the daily time frame. Okay. That's why I enjoy TradingView, guys. It's really good for educational platform. Like I can write things in here and things like that. So that's what we're looking at, guys. So gold daily time frame. Okay. So the purple line is a 200-day moving average. Okay. And then now this yellow line is my daily resistance up here. Okay. So this is daily resistance now. Daily resistance. Okay. And then, guys, you can follow me on your charts. Okay. I'll even put in 180809 in there. Okay. So if it's 180809, you know, give or take, that's where it is. Right there. Okay. So we had the break. We had a nice bullish push on gold. It continued over here since mid-August. Remember I told you mid-August? What happened in mid-August? The US dollar was strong at that time, mid-August. Okay. So we had a push on gold, consolidated right in here, another push, okay, but we're creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, bit more consolidation, then they broke out up to here. 1834, guys, we were watching this like hawks up here. We were watching because 1834 is a weekly resistance. Up here, weekly, everywhere. We could not break this for the life of us. We got up here multiple times, and we couldn't break above it. If we broke above 1835, we were looking at 1845 to grab 100 pips on the daily easily. And then we were probably going to come up to 1850 psychological area. But the market makers, they held gold down. And then what's going to happen is you're going to start get bearish momentum. Okay. So this candle right here on September 7th, this was Labor Day, like right after when kids went back to school and everything. This was the first day back in September after a weekend. They hammered gold down to here. We closed with the volume below the 200-day moving average and our key. This is now resistance now because price is below it, but before this was a support line. Okay, because the price was above it, being held here. Now we broke below it. We broke below that. That support broke. So that's why this now, 1808, is now resistance now. Okay, and now the price action is below, guys. So now we had all of this consolidation. These are like impulse breaks out. Impulse break, impulse break, impulse break, but closed all back inside. Another impulse break. And they were getting rejected at the 200-day moving average and also below our daily resistance line up here. We had one final push. This could have been like a candle just pushing up the momentum, maybe try and trap some gold buyers in here, trying to get them to buy, and the next day they push it down, and then this is when it broke. Okay, and you can see if you draw like a trend line, you can see where the trend is now, and we can draw this further down. This was the big break. When it was coming down here on September 16, gold was coming down 795. This was the key break area on the daily, 1786. So if you were trading this, you could scale down to a 4-hour, a 1-hour, a 15-minute, a 5-minute, and look for your precise entry. And this is where we started to, we got in here. We started selling this at 1794.95. It was on our Thursday night Zoom call. I remember that. Yeah, Thursday night Zoom call is when we started to sell this down. I got out a little bit too early. I wish I held a little longer, but yeah, this is a resistance line now because the price is below this. But before, this was a support line. When price is above a line, it's support. When price is below, it's resistance. They flip. What is my setting for my MA? It's EMA 200. EMA 200, the purple line. Okay, so we came down, big bearish break. Why did we break down this far down? Why did gold drop why did it drop all the way down to 1745? Okay, because it broke key daily support levels. As this was coming down, this was a key level right here, 1775 area. What happened there? Broke. It didn't get held there. Where was the next level it was coming down to? Right here, 1763. What happened there? Nothing. Broke below it. You can see that there was no support levels being respected on the daily. On this candle, kept coming down. Where did it come down to? Right here now, 1752. Look at now where we're building some nice volume support now. Okay, so if you look back, what happened over here? This was another Sunday night, August 9th. We remember this, where gold tanked all the way down here. They dropped it to 1680 down there, and they pulled it right back up. Okay, so they grabbed all the liquidity down there, hit pending orders, and then they brought it right back up, which started this rally. This is where we had that gold bullish rally coming all the way back, but this wasn't enough momentum to break 1834. So if that wasn't enough momentum, what's going to happen next is they're going to pull it back down, okay? And how far down did this go down to? This all the way down to 1744, which is higher than 1680. So we are still creating a higher low, okay? We do have a higher low. And what we're looking for now is, so this was where we came all the way down and we closed here at 1752.53 area. Then on Friday, we pushed down a little further, but if you look at the wick of the candle, it's a little higher, 1747. Okay, we're 20 pips above the previous low, and they brought it all the way up where gold came up to here, 1768. But we never closed strong up there. Okay, you see, the end of the day, gold started selling off, and we finished down here as a pin bar candle with very, very small buying volume. Okay, and then our next candle right now, this is the Sunday night candle. They opened it up, it came back, it tested this level 1752, and we're kind of pushing up a little bit. We're right here at 1754 area. Okay, so what we're looking for is on the daily, can we push gold? Can it come back up to at least here? We need to break above 1767 on the daily so that we can maybe come back up to potentially 1774 area, and maybe we can come back up to this area, 1790. But if gold now cools off in this area, consolidates, it could also push down further. This could just be a cool off consolidation. This candle is a lower high from up here. If these candles form lower highs, they could very easy push this back down, retest 1745 area. If that area breaks, then we could see gold coming down to 1738. If that doesn't hold, then we could see gold coming down to here, 1730, 1729 area. And we could be forming, you never know, maybe it's going to form like a double bottom down here, and we'll see what happens. But we'll see what happens down there. So what I can see right now on gold is we've got thin body candles, lots of indecision because that was a massive drop on gold. So what we could do is we could kind of consolidate in here, and we're going to see which way gold wants to move on the daily. Okay, maybe we're going to get a nice little push up, but it's still very early to see this until we start to break out of these key areas. Then we can come up to here and back up to here. So this is gold on the daily, guys. We are bearish, and you guys see where it broke down. Okay, so I want you guys to understand what happened here. It's not just trading this single daily candle. You want to know what happened, what got here. Okay, why did it happen like this? So lots of supply up here at 1835. Now what they do is they bring down the supply down to here at 1809 in here. Now this is a supply zone. So also coming down here, now we're below all of this. This is now like a supply zone. So if it comes back up here, we should maybe anticipate maybe some selling pressure up in this area. If gold can come back up there on the daily, we should anticipate some selling pressure in this area. If we can break through it, then we'll come up to here and possibly right back up to this consolidation area. Maybe gold wants to come back into this box and consolidate again in here. It might have a possible trend break and we could reverse bullish, okay? And then guys, if you're also looking at like types of patterns before they happen, this is another thing. When you put candlesticks together, they start to form patterns. You have to anticipate these patterns before they happen. So this could be forming like a left shoulder over here. This could be the formation of the head pattern. So, but what we need in the next couple of days or this week of gold is we need to see some bullish momentum to come and try and come back up here to kind of finish off the head. And then you might come up a little bit and then it might get pulled back down here. Then you kind of want to come back into this area again, cool off in here, and then you might get that breakout. And when that happens is you form that head and then you also finish off the right shoulder and then you can break out. This would be like an inverse head and shoulder pattern, which is bearish to bullish reversal. But that's just one scenario. If that doesn't happen, what could also happen is, that's why we follow price action. We follow patterns. We follow it live. So it could come up to here and maybe it doesn't have enough momentum to break out of here, more selling pressure, and then they push it back here. It does this, and then they tank gold down to here and here and here. And then it comes back down to 1730. It didn't even allow for the inverse head and shoulder to form. That's why we've got to follow what's happening. We got to anticipate, because what could happen here, this is another type of pattern. This pattern is called a bearish flag pattern. You have a big heavy selling pressure candle right here, which is your daily candle, which kind of signifies a pull on a when you're on a flag, and then this is your flag pattern. And bearish flag patterns have a higher probability, not 100%, but a higher probability of continuing their original rally, which is bearish. So we might cool off in this area on gold, and then maybe we're going to break down here, 1751, and we're going to come down to this area. We'll retest 1745 area. We could come down to this area one more time, see if we break with volume below there, could come pull back up to here, and then they drop it back down to 1730. I know a lot of guys are bearish on gold. Some guys are bullish on gold, you know what I mean? But those opinions mean nothing, you know, until we see what's happening live with real price action. But we can always hypothesize where we think it's going to go, take educated guesses, take technical guesses, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's all about price action. So that's what we're going to figure out, guys. Is it below the 50 fib line? Okay, so that's good too. So if you guys follow Fibonacci retracements, we're right at that psychological 50 zone. If it breaks there, then you could be visiting the 618, which is the golden zone, and things like that if you're using the Fibonacci retracements. Okay, guys, so that's kind of my analysis on gold. So what I'm saying is, and what I'm going to anticipate happens this week is we're in this little indecision area. This was a heavy drop. The market is still reacting from what just happened. Okay, that was a big dump on gold. That was a serious drop from around 1800. Okay, we lost 1800 psychological level, and then it dropped all the way down to 1745 and cooled off in this area. So we're right in that range, 1750, that psychological level, give or take 50 pips going up to 1755, maybe coming back down to 1745, in that range. But we will see what happens. There might be a lot of accumulation distribution down here. We might get a lot of buying and selling going on for gold's next move. It might be anticipated by midweek, maybe midweek reversal this Wednesday, maybe end of week, maybe next week, maybe going into October, but this was a big push and we kind of anticipated this, okay? So that's why, guys, if you learn how to trade price action, you could be ready for this if you're following like daily candles. And then when you get into scalping, guys, then you just lower the frame. When you start to see like a technical daily break, like right here at 1785, what I could do is I could start to go down, like I'll show you guys right here. So when you start to see the technical break happening right here on the daily candle, okay? So if you guys are trading those daily candles, now what we could do is we start to lower the frame. You start to come down to your 4 hour. And here's that area I just highlighted on the 4 hours. So if you start to see your 4 hour candle coming down very bearish, and then we're closing right here at that area, this is our pullback candle. We don't get much of a bullish momentum. It goes straight to bearish. As soon as you break the wick right there at 1786, then boom, you get a 4 hour bearish candle. When it starts to break previous wicks, right there, 1783, it's continuing to go down. 1781, continuing to go down. This one closes down here. If you're still in that big 4 hour sell, like that's some serious pips, guys, right there. From the bottom of that wick to right there, you're talking about 80 pips right there, okay? 80 plus. And then you get next 4 hour candle. If you guys are trading these 4 hour candles, you get the pullback come up here at 1780, but it's still a lower high below all of this previous resistance area, and then they drop it down further. You clear the next candle and look at the big drop all the way down there. You could catch that on 4 hour candles. If you're a 1 hour trader, guys, if you start to catch the daily candle breaking through a key area, then go to your daily or your hourly candles, and then you can start to see it's creating from up here lower lows, lower high, rejected, lower low, lost the support, coming down, consolidation, there's the break right at the key levels. You can get in on your hourly candles and drop it, okay? If you go to 15-minute candles, I know a lot of you guys like to trade 15-minute candles. You anticipate that daily drop, have it charted, and then just get ready for it. Here it comes down. These are the key levels. Lots of consolidation on the 15. And then once it finally breaks through there, then it's just down. Here's your pullback, continue lower high, continue hammering down. Because you can always go back now when you get in on your 15-minute candles. Now you can go to your 1 hour. You can go to your 4 hour daily, and they give you extra confirmation that you still have bearish pressure coming down. You could scale out a little bit of profits and leave a runner, guys. You could leave a bearish runner that goes down. If you get into the 5-minute candles, you can catch the exact precise entry. You know what I mean? And you can really scalp these markets, guys. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. This is the kind of education and the mentorship we give our snipers, guys. We really teach them price action and learning, guys. Okay, so gold, guys. Gold is in this area, okay? Last time we came down here in this area right here, okay? See here, August 13, we had this big bullish candle. It's in the same area, guys. Same thing can happen here. It can consolidate. We might get these type of buyers come right back in. They obviously like this area, 1753. They bought in and they took gold up. Maybe they're going to like buying in again here. You know what I mean? And maybe we're going to watch gold rotate right back up. But we'll watch the candlesticks. We'll watch price action. We got some key areas where it could go bullish or bearish, break out of these zones. Elsa, what do I use for my 200 EMA? I just use the basic default numbers. So 200 EMA right here. If I go to settings, okay. So my length is 200. I leave the source closed and offset 0. Okay. Style, it's just the colors, whatever you want. I use purple on my chart. And visibility, I leave everything like this. All default, okay? All default. I don't change anything. So my 200 EMA length, 200 EMA, I use the exponential moving average. I don't use the simple moving. Source is closed, okay? You can choose from different type of sources. I keep it at closed and offset 0, okay? So hopefully that answers your question. Mohammed, gold time frames, are you going to 1 hour and 5 minutes? You can do whatever you want, bro. Like I start off with the daily. You could go to the 4 hour. You could go down to the hourly. You can go down to 15 minute and 5 minute. But you get a little bit more extra information. I get right into scalping, so I don't spend too much time. I come right now. I see what my dailies are doing. Maybe I'm going to drop down to my 1 hour because I'm going to scalp for maybe 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 hours. So kind of like my 1 hour will kind of give me the levels I need to see, and then I can go right into scalping, and then I look for the 5 minute breakouts could come back to hourly resistance, hourly support, things like that. So yeah, I don't spend too much time going from daily, 4 hour, hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute. You guys know I go straight daily just to see what my overall outlook is, how it's looking. Like if I'm trading gold, I see a big bearish downtrend. Okay, so my bias is bearish on gold on a higher time frame. Now I could go into the hourly and I could kind of break down this big bearish candle, see where it got some support, see where it got some resistance in there, and then I can start to scalp on the 5 minutes. So yeah, guys, so it's we'll teach you all of this, guys. You guys are learning a lot on YouTube too, but also guys are really learning fast in the mentorship group. So guys, and okay, so that's gold, guys. So I think we're all on the same page here. We saw what it did last week. It's consolidating. Okay, key breakouts of gold are obviously we want to see something like this. Okay, I want to see the daily candle, maybe. Okay, so what I could do is like I could start to look for some trades maybe in here. If we break below this area on gold, okay, this is a key level on the daily on gold right in here. Okay, key support level 1752. And then just that psychological 1750 areas right around there. If we break down a daily candle and we close with volume underneath this zone, we might have some selling pressure to push, maybe retest, come back up here, test it for resistance, and then you're looking for like a daily bearish engulfing candle. You're looking for a shooting star, a rejection wick, and then they can push it down, and then we're going to retest back down here. This was the last time we got up here, 1744.45 area. Maybe we might find some more buyers there. They push it up, but then what we're looking for is lower highs on the daily, and then selling pressure. Maybe they break it down to there, to there, to there. Depending what happens with the US dollar this week, gold, things like that. But we could kind of anticipate something coming down there. If I start to see volume on the daily coming below this area, then when I'm scalping, my bias is even more short. So I'm going to be looking to short gold, but proper entries. I'm not just going to go in and hit a sell button and just let it run. No, that's not how we trade. We trade with precise entries. We're patient, we're disciplined, we're snipers. We pick our points where we like them. We get in on on swing highs where they put a supply zone and then they're hammering it down at resistance with like a bearish engulfing candle. We get confirmation that the volume closes below certain support levels, and then we get in, we place our stop loss confidently above, and we're good to go. Last week we had a really good week, guys, trading on YouTube with the Zoom team, everything. It was a really good week for everybody. And if we can help you guys be more patient and disciplined, then that's what we do. You know what I mean? We saved a lot of people from making some rash decisions on the live calls with Dave and I. So we like that. You know what I mean? And then what I could also be looking up here, okay, 1756 area, just above there. That could be a key area. If we can break above there and it goes bullish, we could possibly come back up and fill this wick. That's 1767, okay? So that could be a possible 100 pip move, 100 plus pip move on the daily. So what we could look for on gold is if we break above this area, then we could, that was 1776. So then what we could do is we could target this area. Maybe we come back up to that wick area. And then if we break above it, then we could continue to come up to this area. So that's kind of just like a gold bias on the daily. So like you can see here, it's a bearish flag coming down. It's consolidating in here, forming the flag. Bearish flags have a higher probability, not 100%, but they have a higher probability of continuing their original direction after a period of exhaustion. So what we could see is potential to close below here and continuing to go down. Okay, if it reverses on us, okay, that's because remember, patterns are not 100%, but we wait for them to develop. Maybe they push gold back up to here, a little nice daily impulse break, and then it comes down to retest this area. We get nice support now. We get more buying momentum. They take it up to here, maybe a possible little rejection, and then they take it up to there. And then maybe we break out on gold up there. Okay, so that's kind of, and then inside here, I don't trade like inside here unless I'm scalping. That's why I go to the lower time frames and I scalp inside. This I know is a daily consolidation area, so I pretty much know if my 5-minute candles are going to break out of here, I'm looking for a daily breakout. If they break down here, I'm looking for a daily breakdown, and I can scalp inside all in here all day every day. And then if I get the breakouts, I'm ready for them. You know what I mean? So that's how we trade here, guys. Rita, Ron, Forex King say it's time to buy in gold. How's that? Yeah, guys. But if I do that, you guys are not learning. I like that you guys are learning. You know what I mean? Copy pasting will not get you anywhere. Okay, I know it might make you some fast money, but also a lot of our members are coming from copy paste groups and they've lost a ton of money. So we're helping them learn how to trade. They've made up their losses and they're learning. So that means more than just copy pasting. But guys, I give trade ideas. Dave gives trade ideas. You see, here's like a zone for a trade idea. Here's a zone for a trade idea. It's up to you guys to now follow the price action and learn how we're doing it, how we're doing it live. That means more to anything. But these are basically like trade ideas. I'm not telling you buy here or sell here. I'm giving you an idea that we might have this is a key critical area where you might have a breakout. But two things can happen, guys. There's impulse breaks, and then there's a breakout with volume and a retest confirmation. So there's things you got to learn when you're trading, guys. It's not just a simple buy and sell on your MT4. There's more to it. Are you going to be an impulse trader? Are you going to be more patient, disciplined, wait for the retest confirmation candles? So that's kind of personal preference, what you have to decide. I trade both styles, but I'm very selective when I'm taking my impulse candles. I have a lot of confluence coming behind me. Maybe I spotted bullish divergence on a higher time frame. Now when I bring it down to a lower time frame, I start to see 15-minute bullish divergence forming. Then I set up my 5-minute candles. I get ready I see it's in consolidation, could be breaking out. I could be getting ready. Now I see a bullish engulfing candlestick. I start to check off things on my criteria. The more I have, when I get the volume break with confirmation, I get into a buy, place my stop loss, and I'm good to go. I have no emotion. I have no fear. I've done all my due diligence. I've done the fundamentals, technicals, psychological aspect of it, and I feel good. I get in the trade. If it goes up 5, 10, 15 pips, you can scale out, take 70, 80% out, leave a small runner with a break even. Again, you have no emotion in any of your trade. If that runner keeps going, we were charting GBP on our webinar, and that thing still is selling off since our webinar. And some of our snipers got into the sell on our webinar. So and it's still running. If you leave a runner, it's still running. Worst case scenario is your little runner with 20% comes back to break even. You lost nothing. You still took out 80%, guys. And if it does, we take losses, guys. Okay. We do take losses. Everybody takes losses. But what we do is we try to limit our loss. We place our stop loss appropriately with good R&R, risk to reward. And if we do take a small loss, again, it's a small loss. But for the most part, we're always getting 10, 20, 30 pips, compounding this multiple times daily. They add up. You compound your account. So when you take a small loss, it's a small loss. You're good to go. Continue going. But if you over leverage and you start going heavy lot sizes and you take a stupid loss, that might take your whole weekly gains in one stupid loss that you took, and psychologically that will mess you up. You worked all hard all Monday to Friday, you got 100 pips that week, your account was up, some nice profits, and then you got cocky, you hit a gold with, like, let's say for example a 5 lot, and a 10 20 pip loss could be $500,000. You washed away all your weekly gains, and then you're starting from scratch again, where you didn't need to over leverage your account. Just takes time, guys. Patience, discipline, Sebastian, thank you, bro. Thank you for all of you and your team and everything, bro. We appreciate you, man. You're the best. Take care, Sebastian. We'll see you, bro. If you're getting off the call. Mohammed, good question, bro. Do I use buy limits, sell limits, and things like that? I personally, okay, I know you're new to our mentorship, but I told everyone in the mentorship I don't use those because I'm trading live price action. So I don't need to set those because guys, they are good to set, okay? Don't get me wrong. A lot of people love buy and sell stops. Okay, I'm not saying anything about that, but you asked me personally, so I'm telling you me. So I personally don't use them. The reason why I don't use them, I used to, but sometimes like if I set a buy limit up here, it would trigger and it would be an impulse candle. Okay, and normally if I'm trading impulse candles, I wouldn't have taken that candle until the candle closed. So if you do get triggered, you're in the trade now, and then if it comes down, now you're at a loss, and then it might hit your stop loss. So if you're setting buy stops and sell stops at every area you think there's going to be a breakout breakdown, you might get triggered into the buy or sell, but it could be an impulse candle and reverse on you. Okay, so these are things that you can limit yourself by watching price action live and you be in charge. I'm always doing market executions. So if I get into a trade, it's going up, I didn't take the impulse, I'm waiting for the retest or the continuation off of it, then I just watch my spread and then I go into a market execution. So and that's me personally, guys. So don't attack me if you guys are buy and sell limit traders. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying personally myself. Okay, make that clear out there. I don't need any trolls on a Sunday night. Okay. Ron is a break and retest. I do everything, bro. I do impulse, I do break and retest, but there's always like a story leading behind why I take impulse trades. Okay. Um, Dylan, what's going on, bro? How many hours do you sleep? Good question, bro. See, I like these questions, man. I like these. I sleep a max 3 hours a night. Yeah, 3 hours a night. Okay, I catch up a little bit on the weekends, but Monday to Friday it's about 3 hours, guys. We're busy here at the Sniper. We do live calls, we do live Zooms, we do live webinars. We're creating content, blogs for you guys. We're working on creating an app now for our snipers. Like everything. Like we just don't stop, guys. You know, behind me it says hustle and grind. You know, we live to that. We don't. If you guys want real mentors, guys, we're the guys that work for you. You know what I mean? So we'd love to have you guys on the team, guys, for $1 a day right now. The price is not going to last for long, guys. We're going to bump that price up in probably October. So a lot of people have taken advantage of it, guys. If you do get in, you're grandfathered in at that price at $1 a day, $29.99 a month. And if prices increase, you still get that with us. If you do cancel and then you rejoin, then obviously the prices are higher. But right now we're offering that. So we want to give back to like our guys, you know. We appreciate them. When am I buying a McLaren? I don't like McLaren, bro. I like Mercedes. I got a few of those. But I'm not a McLaren guy. But maybe one day, you know. I'm not. I lived out my car days. I'm 39 now. I'm 39. I invest my money into more properties and things like that. But I had my car days when I was younger. Um, But it's not about that, guys. We're not about that, cars and things like that. We're about education, okay? I would tell you guys, don't waste your money on materialistic things, on cars. Invest your money wisely. Buy rental properties, things like that, things that appreciate in value. A car, a McLaren, you buy it, it's lost all of its value when you drive it off the lot. You buy a Lamborghini, it's lost its value. Ferrari, yeah, they're nice when you drive, you know, but think about it. If you put that money into a property, you know, you can still get a nice car for $50,000, $100,000, but you don't got to spend a million. You know, go get yourself a nice rental complex, a nice property. You know, and then watch your appreciation and then your net profits and your revenue stream in the next 5, 10, 20 years. And look back at your Lamborghini all rusted up on your driveway and tell me what's better. You know, I'm just telling guys the truth. You know what I mean? Once in a while, you guys got to hear real talk. You know. But yes, I do. I do have cars. I lived through that when I was younger. But now it's other things. Investments, guys. Investments. Take your profits from Forex and invest. Make more money. Get your money making you more money. Multiple streams of revenues, guys. And we are not licensed financial advisors, guys. Dave and I are not licensed financial advisors, guys. This is all educational value, guys. Okay, just get that straight, you know. But we do teach how to trade. Okay, guys, so I'm reading the chat and everything. Bell, thank you. You're the real deal. Thank you for your hustle. Yeah, you know, we hustle. We don't stop. Um, Suavi, guys, is our 14-year-old that we promised him a free monthly membership. He's here. He's our 14-year-old. We're going to mentor. So hopefully, Suavi, you're going to make us proud, bro. You're going to be the youngest trader, sniper. So, and I want to see you do well in life and everything, bro. But don't give up on school. School is everything. This will be your side hustle, and then when you turn 18, 19, you'll be financially ready for these markets. So I respect kids at this age learning this. It's awesome, guys. Um, Dylan, you're absolutely right. Liabilities drag you down, assets continue to increase, guys. But that's all you got to learn that. I know we're all guys. We're guys here. We love cars. We love fast cars. Yeah, they're nice, but I'm 39. I'm almost 40 now. I'm not 18 years old anymore. So those days are over. Yeah, Richard, welcome. So you just tuned in. On Sunday nights, we do our daily, weekly forecast. We get ready for the anticipated week, Monday to Friday. So these are what we do on the daily candles. We kind of break down what happened last week and where we can take some anticipated trades going into next week. So we're not scalping here on these calls. This is where we do our daily outlook, guys. Okay, so this is gold, guys. Look at now gold. Okay, so see how now our daily candle is coming down bearish. Okay, so as we were talking, guys, you can see the daily candles coming down to our key area. So what I could be doing if I was going to scalp the markets tonight is I could start to come down to my hourly. These are my hourly candles. Okay. So you can start to see we're getting a bearish hourly candle. Key levels, if volume can close below here, we might push down on the hourly down to 1750. That's that psychological level. And then if it breaks down there, it could come down to 1747. You could possibly catch 30 pips to the downside right here. Okay, that's if we were trading hourly candles. We're watching for volume to close. This hourly candle is going to close in 4 minutes, guys. If I go down to like the 5 minutes, okay, we can start to see 5-minute candles starting to slowly break down. They pushed up right up there, and then they pushed back down here. This area right here, guys, I promised myself I wasn't going to do this, but this is what you guys get when you get me doing this stuff. See here, this was a lower high. So now if I draw kind of like a trend line coming from down here, I can see it is bearish, okay? But this is going to be a key break here, this yellow line. What is that? That's my daily support. Right now I'm getting a 5-minute candle still bouncing off bullish, so you still got to wait for confirmations. This thing could get a lot of momentum, bullish momentum, and start to come right back up. Or if it breaks down, what you're looking for is a 5-minute break. You could be looking for price come down to 1751. You could look for price to come down to 1750. That's that psychological level. Then if it breaks down, it's coming down into this area. Okay, so that's kind of, if you want to get into scalping, you can see it started to come down to key levels. We were watching that daily candle come down. You could go to 4-hour, 15-minute, 5-minute, and then you can start to get into the precise entries, guys. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the daily candles, guys. Okay, we're going to wrap up gold here. So do you guys have any last questions before we move from gold here? Okay, we talked a lot on gold, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. We're going to do US 30 and Nasdaq next, and then we're going to get into a Forex pair. So that's kind of my outlook on gold. Do you guys have any questions about it before I move on? Richard, Asian sessions will be, I'll be doing the Zoom Tokyo sessions Monday to Thursday. We're going to get started around 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll go till about 11 p.m. Okay. We might go longer, we'll see how the market is, but I'll be doing those with the snipers in the Zoom room this week, Monday to Thursday. And Dave will be doing New York YouTube 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. guys. Okay. We switch every 2 weeks. A lot of good questions tonight, guys. Do I mark my chart on the body or the wicks? Okay, so the bodies are your critical support and resistance areas. They are critical because that's where your volume is, okay? The wicks represent just the range, the high and the lows. But once the volume starts moving up now I'm anticipating where it could go on the next wick. because it's called like a wick fill. It could potentially go back up there. But if I'm creating like support and resistance areas, I want to target the bodies more importantly than the wicks, because the bodies tell me where all the volume is, where candles close, next day open, close. See here, this was a really good resistance area here at 1794.50. No volume broke above this area. Same with here, like this area. This is like a good support level right in here. But then the wicks will just represent the range, the lows, and the highs, okay? And then as you get a big volume-filled candle, once it starts breaking these wicks, you can start to anticipate where it's going to go down to. Okay, like here, how we had 1745, the wick low. If this comes down bearish, this daily candle, it could potentially come down back down to fill these wicks and revisit this area, 1745. If that volume can break that level, it's going to come down to here, 1738. If it continues that volume to come down bearish, it's going to revisit 1730, and we can go from there. But buyers can step in at any point, because last time we came down to these areas, we had a lot of buying momentum. Okay, so remember, this could come down and make a higher low from all the way down here, and gold could shoot right back up. Okay, so that's why we follow everything daily, weekly. I also follow weekly, daily, and then we go down and then we scalp inside the markets. 5 minutes, boom, 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 in and out, quality pips. Last week was a very, very good week. We have good weeks all the time, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but it's patience and discipline, guys. We don't just trade everything. We're very selective with what we trade. And pips will add up, guys. Okay, there's no rush. The markets are open. We're even scalping Bitcoin now on the weekends, 24/7 now. Our broker I was watching the spreads on the weekend. I also took some trades to test it out. Here it was. I took 3 trades on Bitcoin on Saturday. Bought in here. I was scalping 5-minute candles. I tested out the spreads and everything, and it was close to 500 US secured. Bitcoin was moving on the weekend, so I was just testing out a few things. We're going to be scalping possibly Saturday nights with our snipers in the Zoom room. We can do everything in there. There's a lot of cryptos we can be trading. Okay, so we also will be offering weekend crypto trading, guys. Okay, so let's move on. Any last questions, guys? 91 viewers. Thank you, guys. I know it's a Sunday night. I appreciate you guys. I'm going a little longer than I normally do. That's why I started at 8 o'clock tonight. So I appreciate all of you guys. If I can get you guys just to like the channel. If you guys are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications, because I do bonus London sessions with Dave. So if you're not getting the notifications, you're going to miss out on some awesome sessions, guys. So make sure all of you guys are subscribed and you have that notifications bell. It's important, guys, because we just do pop-up London sessions. So they're unannounced. So if you guys want to get in on those, you got to have that notification bell. Nice, Mark and Matt. You've been shorting the Bitcoin. Good. Yeah, collect your pips. You know what I mean? Okay, guys, so I'm going to move on now. Okay, so that's gold. Okay, so you kind of know where I am on that. You'll be trading it tomorrow with Dave, so we'll see kind of the New York push where it moves. Tomorrow, guys, there's not too much folder news. Okay, so again, we trade folders, we trade momentum, volatility. This is tonight. Japan, China have bank holidays. Nothing really going on right now. Tokyo session. Tomorrow, what are we going to have tomorrow? Let's see here. Monday, okay, so we got 10 a.m. Just some housing. Yeah, tomorrow's an important day for Canada. We have our federal election tomorrow. It's federal election in Canada, and we don't have anything. Okay, so tomorrow's going to be just a regular Monday morning, but there's still volatility. The Wall Street Open 9:30 a.m. will bring its volatility, guys. So just trade accordingly. Have some fun tomorrow with Dave. Let's move on, guys. I'm going to do US 30 now. Okay, so we're going to do US 30. Let me just start with a fresh chart, guys. Let's get started. I know a lot of you guys love trading the dirty 30. I do too myself. So again, this is dailies, guys. Okay, so daily. What happened up here? We could see when we hit up here, this area, 35,520 area. Okay, and previous up there, that was our all-time high, 35,630. Okay, so this is all-time high. And we had a push down. Okay, this is when I thought the market was really going to correct. This candle I thought was going to continue to push the next day, but then I saw at the end of the day they brought it right back up. Okay, so we had about a 3-day mini correction. Okay, so it was a nice sell-off on the market. I expected a little more. I was watching this area. Why was I watching this area? Because this was a key support level. Okay, we were watching this area, 34,800. When it broke, yes, it broke down. It was bearish, but what we were watching was the volume right here going to close below this area, and then we were possibly going to push down further. Okay, it didn't happen. At the end of the day, they brought it right back up. They closed it as a pin bar candle. Next day, it opened here. There was another push down. It was a sell-off day, but the buyers stepped in here at 34,635, which is higher than that previous wick. You can see right there. That wick, that green wick, is higher than that red wick. Okay, so I know it doesn't mean a lot to some traders, but technically and psychologically, if you look at that, this low is higher than that low. So it's a higher low. That means more buyers are coming in at a higher area on the daily. So we have buying momentum. That's what pushes it up. We have all this volume engulf here, and we come up to about 50% of this bearish daily candle right here at 35,120. We closed there. Next day, they gapped it down. That's a gap down daily candle. For you guys that don't understand what a gap down is, look closely, guys. Follow your candlestick. Zoom in. See right here on the daily, we closed at 35,125 on August 20th. And then look at our next day candle, okay? The following candle, August 23rd. This was a Friday. This was a Sunday night. They gapped it down to 35,087 because they possibly brought it down to pick up some more liquidity down there to give them the momentum they needed to break this wick, 35,179. And when we broke above there, we get a bullish candle, engulf this candle, engulf the high of that wick, and now we're working on August 17 candle. Okay, so you can start to see it was making higher highs and higher lows. Next day, there was a little indecision, a doji candle. Now you see all of these attempts at this area, 35,526, couldn't break. Next day, bearish. They picked it up again with a nice strong bullish engulfing candle. This candle, August 30, should have been the breakout candle. Not enough momentum, lots of selling pressure, selling pressure, selling pressure, selling pressure. No volume closed above this area. This is now a supply zone on the daily up there, okay? All up in here. That's a supply zone. Do you want me to make it red? I'll make it red. Okay, red. Red is for supply. Red is for resistance. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so this is a supply zone. I can even write inside there so you guys can see. Supply zone. And when you anticipate this and you have it, you can have it set up before it even happens. You can start to see when the supply zone was being formed, okay? Right up there. You could start to see when it started getting formed up here. This was a rejection. We would have a resistance line right there. And then now when you have multiple, now you make a zone of supply. It's not just resistance. Now you have a zone up there. So now all you're waiting for is when candles lose critical support levels, okay? So over here on the daily, this was a critical support. Right there. Sometimes TradingView acts funny and does this to me where I click it and it won't click, okay? So we came down. Look at here, guys. Understand what gap down candles are too. So this candle closed bullish up here at 35,470 on September 6th. Look at on the 7th. They gapped it down. See when they opened the daily candle, they gapped it down. They manipulated or trying to push it down themselves and get it below there to push down, okay? And when it came down, you're breaking key support levels, 35,311. When you start to see your daily candle coming down to a key level, then move to your 4-hour candles, move to your 1 hour, move to your 15, move to your 5, move to your 1 minute candles, because you could possibly catch the break right here at a critical level, okay? There could be a little bit of a retest coming back up, but you have a lot of momentum coming from the higher time frame coming down. Next level will be right here, okay? We watch the wicks. Once you clear the wicks, you look for critical levels. Here was the kind of bearish to bullish continuation right there. That was another key area, 35,240. We broke below it. We closed here. Next day, okay, now we started a little bit of a downtrend. We created new lower lows. So what we're looking for now are lower highs. Yes, there was some buyers interested in buying this. A pullback came up to here. What do? A wick, rejection, they hammer it down with volume all the way down there. It closes with volume down there. This is a lower high from up here, okay? So we've established a lower low, lower high. We could potentially push down further. Buyers again came in. Yes, it did break this wick, but we still have the critical line right here, this yellow line. This is critical support. Wicks are not critical resistance lines. It's just a range. These are more critical zones. This was now a support zone. So this now would be my resistance. It's a critical level. We start to see what happens there, guys. With price action going forward, this area is another supply zone, okay? So what happens is they push the supply down to here now, okay? And as we continue to come and break down, you can start to see the new supply zones forming. So like right around in this area, we have a new supply zone right in here. I can move this down to here. This is like a new daily supply area. Yes, we had impulse candles breakout, impulse candle breakout, but again, if you're waiting for candles to close, if you're a daily trader, you're waiting for these things to close and you're following now. Now we're barcoding down here. We have a red, green, red, green, red, but now look at the volume broke critical levels. This was a critical break right there. When we lost right there, it broke the volume close. Look at today. They opened up the candle, okay? It closed right here. They gapped it up, the US 30 today. They pushed it up to here, 34,541. It's still lower than where we're at, and now they're pushing down. It broke the wick right there, okay? So see how it broke the wick? Now we're going down bearish. US 30 is selling off right now. How low can it go down to on the daily? Well, let's look left now. So let's do our daily analysis right here. It could potentially come down right now to 34,447. Guys, if you're in a sell right now on US 30, I'm just breaking it down on the daily right here, guys. Our next area it's going to come down to is 34,400 psychological level. And I have continuation right here on July 8 and July 9. Guys, I'm looking back to July now. July 8 and July 9 of 2021, okay, in the summertime. So you can see how far back we're looking. Okay, so it could be breaking down. If it breaks below and we close with volume down in these areas, then our next drop is down to here, 34,368. That could be another additional 30 pip drop, okay, from the 400. Okay, and then we just continue walking it down where it could go. Then 34,326 area, okay? And if I'm scalping this, I know where my daily supports are now. So what I could do is, yeah, I can see it's bearish. I could flip to my hourly candles right now. Okay, these are my hourly candles. I can see where we had, right here was hourly support, okay? So right there, if I was trading, guys, if I was going live and trading this 5-minute candles, what I would do is I would have my hourly support right there, and now I'm watching my hourly candle break down, okay? If I want to catch like precise entry, I could go to my 15-minute, my 5-minute candles. I'm a 5-minute scalper. So what I'm looking for is my 5-minute candles, look in here, okay? So I can see where price was consolidating all up in here. Guys, easy trade right here on US 30. We could have killed this one. Right here, all of this consolidation, I'll go white on my box. That's this accumulation distribution zone. And guys, you know how we trade. What we're looking for is the volume to break below here, and we get into a sell, stop loss up here. This was the impulse candle. Okay, so some traders say I missed the impulse candle, but there was also an additional candle right here where it came up, retested, and then it went down and went down further. Okay, remember it's slow night tonight. Okay, it's Sunday night, so we don't know, there's not crazy volatility, but if this gives you like from entry right there down to there, that's a 50 pip move. Let's say if you just got in on the retest candle right here, and then you scalped it down to there, that's 40 pips, guys. Okay, it's no joke. 40 pips on a quick break like that. And you see how we kind of analyze that, where that daily candle was coming down to a key daily level, and then we just go to a lower time frame, we can get in. Now if you're continuing to trade the US 30, you're looking for critical levels. So these yellow lines are my daily area. So we need volume to come back down, close below here, and maybe we can push down to our next daily zone. But before we get down to that daily zone, look left. Guys, I have nothing to look. Remember, it was back in July. Okay, so we have no 5-minute areas down here because it was back in July. So what I got to do is I got to go to a higher time frame to find July. I'm on my 15-minute candles. I got nothing. I got to go to my 30-minute candles. Look left. There they are. See these? Okay, so we're right here now, this yellow line. So what I could do is come over here on my 30-minute candles, and I tried to find some areas that I like down here. Like this is a good area right in here. Okay, see how I have continuation in there? That's where a lot of 30-minute candles held. Buyers came in, things like that. So before we get down there, we can make a pit stop in this area. Okay, see how I have that red line now? Look at it falling. Okay, 30-minute candle is coming down. If this 30-minute candle comes down here and closes below the daily with the, I could get possibly my next 30-minute candle could come down bearish right down to 34,421. I could possibly grab another 20, 30 pips. If you're a 30-minute trader, see how now we're watching the 30-minute volume? This candle is going to close in about 16 minutes. It's halfway through. If I want to jump to my 15-minute candles now, I'm going to have this 15-minute candle closing in 40 seconds. So now you see how you go to your time frame that you like to trade. Well, watch this. If this volume can close below the yellow line, that's closing below a key daily level. So we close below there. There could be a small pullback. We could watch the pullback. If it gets rejected, where could it get rejected? It could get rejected at this area, okay? Because this was previous 15-minute support. This area should be now resistance, 34,472. Okay, on US 30. But right now you can see it's getting a wick. Buyers are pushing it up. So if you go to your 5-minute candle, you can start to see the buying pushing it up. Next 5-minute candle could open up bullish. But again, we want to stay below this area and then create lower highs and lower lows. But this could potentially reverse a little bit. Okay, so you're at a key level. But if you're scalping, guys, and you got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pips on those candles, possibly even more now. So see how that candle flashed green? Okay, see how it flashed green and selling pressure kept it below here, lower high. Now we're pushing down. All we got to do is clear this wick right there, 34,437, and this is going to possibly drop down to 420 down here. Okay, guys, I promised that we weren't going to get into scalping tonight, but when I see a play, I just got to let you guys know, okay? You know? Okay, do you guys understand the psychology, how we caught that trade live right now? Like we just broke that down as it was happening, okay? Yep, Quady, we did gold. I'll go over gold. I'll go back at the end of the call. I'll summary all of it. We did gold. We spent some good time on gold, so we really broke that down. But no, Richard, I don't trade accordingly to where the 5-minute market is going. I always do top down, daily. I want to know the overall daily bias. If it's bearish, bullish, if it's consolidating on a daily, that gives me an indication of how to scalp it inside. I go down to hourly. I pick my hourly support and resistance areas, and then I scalp inside of that. Okay, and I love scalping volatility. I love price action. You know, I love it moving. I hate when it's consolidating because I don't trade like inside the box unless I go to a lower time frame. Like I'll scalp 1-minute candles inside, but for the most part, yeah, I do use a lot of higher time frame for my bias when I'm scalping. You never want to just jump into the markets, guys. Go to your 5-minute candles and just start scalping because you don't know the overall what's been going on. You don't know that it's bullish, bearish. Yeah, you might see a little bit to the left. You see it's been coming down, but you don't know if that's just a small pullback, what that is, if it's starting to break right now. This is the start of the break. This is the end of the break, things like that. You have to look at these things, you know, on a higher time frame, okay? So this is US 30, guys. I'm going to go right back to the daily. Okay, so you can start to see the daily candle really breaking down now on US 30, coming down heavy, okay? So you could scalp that accordingly, okay? But yeah, so right now, US 30 is overall bullish, okay? Because they're establishing a lot of supply zones everywhere. It's making lower lows and lower highs. We'll see how far down this can go down to, okay? Maybe it wants to revisit these areas in here. Maybe it wants to come down to 34,000. It can easily come down to 34,000 this week. Let's take a look at that DXY, or US dollar. What is it doing right now? Okay, US dollar is strong right now. Remember we started the call, DXY? Look at it now. Now it's forming into, it's got a nice rejection wick on the daily, and we're pumping up. Volume is up here. Now we could start to come up on this red candle. We have strength on the US dollar. I guarantee if we're looking at GBPUSD, the British pound is dropping, the euro is dropping, GBP/JPY is starting to go down, things like that. US 30 is looking bearish because we got strength on the US dollars, guys. Okay, so we did DXY, we did gold. We're going to finish up US 30 right here. My bias is bearish right now, and we can see it. And if you're scalping that, you can see how to get into scalps. Key areas, we've already done those areas, guys. It could very well come down to here, and this week, maybe midweek, start to reverse if we get buyers in the market. But overall, right now, it still wants to come down a little bit. Okay, let's move to Nasdaq, guys. Nas 100, and then I'll do German 30. I'm going to do these ones a lot faster, guys, okay, because it's almost 9:20. I want to wrap this call up around 10. Okay, want to watch the end of that KC Baltimore game. If anyone can give me the score, let me know. The KC and Baltimore game. I got some fantasy players in there. I'll catch the end of the game. Okay, so Nasdaq, guys. Lust for Soul, thank you, bro. I know you learned a lot from the sniper team. It's just going to get better, brother. Just trust the process, keep putting in the work, learning, and it will pay off, guys. Okay, guys, so hopefully I answered all of your questions. I tried to go through everything. If I missed anything, I apologize, guys. 14.7 KC, thank you. I appreciate that. We should have a ticker going with the scores across the screen. I'm a big Cowboys fan, so Zerline made up for that kick. It was like a redemption kick, or he probably would have been fired looking for a new job. So that was a big kick, big win for the Cowboys. I'm a big Cowboys fan. I know a lot of the snipers are on the team. Natasha, what broker do we use? We use Fusion Markets out of Australia, but they do not accept USA residents and Ontario, Canada residents. We are in Ontario, Canada. We got accepted years ago before they changed legislation and things like that. But I know for a fact that they don't accept Ontario, Canada, US, and I believe New Zealand residents. But everywhere else in the world, I think you're okay. That's Fusion Market Brokers out from Australia. Does Stock Sniper have free learning stuff? Yes, we do. I'll show you the blog at the end where just you put in your email address on the website and we give you free daily education on there just through email. It's really good stuff. Hurley, can you enroll mentorship for only 1 month? Yeah, it's month to month, guys. If you want to join for 1 month, there's no obligations. You're welcome to leave at any time. You know, we don't commit you to anything. It's up to you. Yeah, it's just month to month, guys. Nubia, as an engulfing candle, does it have to open the same to be considered? No. Good question. Bullish engulfing candles, they can open at the continuation of a close of a bearish candle, but also market makers could gap them down. It's called a gap down, where they bring it down, they pick up more liquidity, and then it starts to really engulf the candle. So you can have it continue like this one. This is a bullish engulfing candle right here. This is where the red candle closed, the bearish candle. We had the green candle open, continue, and it started to engulf the candle and went up. But you can also have a gap down. This candle could have opened down here, green, and started to engulf this candle. That's called the gap down. That's where they pick up more liquidity at the bottom. And you can also have red, a green candle close up here, and you can have a bearish engulfing candle starting higher. They could gap it up and start to engulf it from the top, okay? And yeah, so hopefully that answered your question there. Thank you, bro, Myron Webb. Thank you. I appreciate the score, guys. Thank you, guys. I got Mahomes going tonight, and I'm close. I'm only like 18 points behind the guy. It's all wrapped up, and I just have Mahomes tonight. Talk TV. Do we scalp crypto? Yeah, we do. We scalp crypto, guys. You know, now just this weekend, our Fusion Brokers allows for 24/7 weekend scalping. So I tried a few things out. I was testing the spreads. My spread this weekend was about 2.5 pips with them. And I got into, on Saturday afternoon, evening, I was testing it out. I got into a few trades. These are real trades, guys. I took, when it went bullish at 48,000, and then I scaled in another and another, and then I almost took $500. I was just trying it out. I was seeing how gold would move and what my spreads were on the weekends, and I had a 2.5 spread, so it was pretty good scalping Bitcoin this weekend. Oh no, 1414. Good game, guys. So yeah, after this, I'll be watching the tail end of it. Okay, guys. Um, okay, guys. So let's get into this. We're on Nasdaq now. Okay, so what did Nasdaq do? So similar right here, guys. Okay, do you guys see these critical levels? That's why I like to do these daily analysis with you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are not just scalpers, but understand that a candlestick has the same exact characteristics. All candles have an open, high, low, and a close. They have the real body volume, and they also have the upper and lower wicks, which represent the ranges. Okay, so understanding this, we can trade on whatever time frame. We can trade 5 minutes, 15, 30, hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, whatever you want. But when you see this type of action on these daily candles, what do we see up here, guys? Is this not a resistance area right up here? We can clearly see when Nasdaq is getting up to this area, 15,150, it's getting rejected. It's getting rejected. No volume has closed above this area until here, August 23rd. So what we can say, as this starts to form, you know, I know it's easy to say this is after the fact, but we do this live. We do this live while it's happening. So this is, you know, it's good to do your homework. Some people say, oh, okay, this happened after. It's easy to see. But we do spot this while it's happening live. But you need to learn to spot this by backtesting to anticipate this while it's live, guys, okay? So do you guys understand that this area is now a supply area, okay? You got to understand support, resistance, supply, and demand areas. So this is a supply area on the daily for Nasdaq. It started to form right here. You can see it forming right here. If I get rid of everything like this, I hide everything right now, okay? So if I just go candle by candle now, we have this big Nasdaq uptrend. This is 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. 5 days of bullish momentum, okay? We have it extending, making higher highs and higher lows. So we got to start to see these areas where it's going to start to get rejected, so we can start to form a resistance. This daily candle came up to here, but now we got to follow the next candle. What happened here on July 27 right here? Did it break above there, or did it start to get rejected and come down? And now we got to get the support level of our candle. That low, the low of our candle, the wick, is basically the low support. That's how low it went. So if I show you guys the next daily candle, we opened right here. They tried to push it up. It got rejected below there. I can move this yellow line right down to the wick right there, okay? And you can start to see when it started getting rejected, this is a bearish engulfing candle. We took out the volume. We also broke the low of our wick, and we're also starting to engulf the previous candle. We engulf, there's the support, critical support right there, okay? So you can start to see as this bearish candle was coming down, it's breaking critical support levels. Here was another critical area right here. This was a previous resistance area too, but now it turns into a support area, and we close below it. Look at the volume. It pushed all the way down and it closed below. So we can anticipate maybe the following day we're either going to continue going bearish, take out this wick and go down, or we might get a possible green bullish reversal. But this area now will be my resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, and then back to the supply area. So I can anticipate maybe if we're going to have a pullback and then I start to see a rejection, I could start to get into maybe another possible sell entry, okay? So the next candle, there it is. It opened green bullish, started to engulf all the way up here, but then it made a lower high, started to get rejected, and pushed it down. Now you start to get a little consolidation in here. Yes, it did form a lower high right there. So what we're looking for is now a candle, red bearish daily candle, to break this low and to continue go down. And we can scalp that accordingly. We can jump to our 4-hour candle hourly as it's approaching this area. And then see now how it's getting held in this area. Okay, see the volume now? So you've got a lot of accumulation distribution going on in this area right here. Okay, so there might be a couple days where we get some accumulation distribution. Until we can close below here or above, we'll start to know the direction. This is a bearish flag pattern. Okay, it has a higher probability of continuing the bearish rally and breaking down below here. Still, it broke below. Okay, it came down. We could have been scalping that. Okay, that's a big drop. Okay, when you look at that, this is daily, guys. So that range is 100 pips. So when we start to get this key area, 14,890, we're ready for it. We're always on the hourly 5-minute candles waiting for confirmation breaks, and that could be a 100 pip drop on the daily. Okay, but volume is still inside this area. You can see it's consolidating, accumulating, distributing. It could go up again bullish, try for another time to break up here, or it could start to come down bearish. So again, it's in there. Now we start to close with some volume above here. Now it could be attempting to push back up here. So if it breaks above this area, then yeah, we're in all-time highs, and I could be looking for a potential buy up there, okay? And continue. Hopefully it goes to the moon after that. I don't care, but I'll be ready for the buy all-time highs. But it's not going to get there if we don't have any volume going through this supply zone up here. So we're watching it. Now I'm getting real excited, okay? I've got a daily candle coming, closing up there. Now I'm going to follow my next day. Is it going to break up here and we're going to continue go all-time highs? Where's it going to go? Look it. Then it opens bearish and they take it back down. So now you see the supply area. They're holding it down. This was the first time they held it down. This is the second time they held it down. So now if we just start to break below here with volume, we're going to start to revisit this area again down here. And then they try for a third time again, try to break up there. Nothing is going on up there, okay? So we just got to continue following it. There, this was a critical break now on this day, August 18. See the volume close below this key area? Okay, the volume closed. It closed right here too, but the next day was a bullish engulfing candle right away. Didn't allow it to go down. This one now you watch. You watch the next candle. Is it going to continue going down? As soon as it breaks these wicks, it's gone down, okay? And you can scalp this accordingly. Unless you want to be like a daily trader, you could potentially get into a sell, place your stop loss maybe above the supply zone. You have to adjust your pips, okay, because you're on a bit higher time frame. You don't necessarily have to go that high. You can go above the wick of the previous candle if you like, things like that. This is more for swing position trading. And then there was the bullish break right there, okay? So they held it down here. It came down, but we got rejection wick, rejection wick, rejection wick. Now if you start to look at the structure coming down here, what do you have? You have an uptrend forming down here, okay? So that's why we look at everything. You start to see the uptrend starts to come down to a key level here. Now we're breaking up. Here was the push, third push. 1, 2, 3, actually fourth push, broke above it, okay? So when we start to see the break coming, now we could go down to our lower time frame. We start to see it anticipating, even up here when it anticipated. I could go to my 1 hour, 4 hour, 15 minute and anticipate the break. And when it broke, there you go. Continue moving to new all-time highs. Okay, and continue to go all the way up. Where are we now on this? What's going on this? Let's take a look. Okay, so from that break, we made a new all-time high up here, 15,712. What is that, guys? That is a new resistance area, new supply area, okay? You see here, they've got a supply zone set up here now, okay? Going forward, all the way. Even trading this week, next week, October, this is a supply zone. Anytime Nasdaq wants to come right back up here, we got to see, is it going to break above here or is it going to close below here, okay? So what's happening now is we're making lower lows and lower highs. Here's another resistance area right here. Guys, almost 200 viewers on Sunday night's analysis call. I love it. Thank you guys so much. See here how they're pulling it. They tried to pull it up, got rejected. So it's safe to say, guys, that we have a new supply zone on Nasdaq. Where is it? Right in here. This is a new supply area. Okay, where's the price? It's below our supply area, guys. Think about supply and demand, okay? So what's going on down here? This was a previous, let me get rid of this. This was a previous support level right here, okay? So Is it going to be a support level going forward? Yes, it is so far. Look at, so our daily candle right now on Nasdaq is right at our support level from here, from not too far back, from August 26, 27. If we break below there, look at where it could have come down to. Remember this area that we just did? I'm going to put this green now. Why am I going to do green? Because this used to be, remember, a supply area when price was below it. Price broke above it, so now this will turn into a demand zone. That's why it's green. Okay, so if Nasdaq comes down to here, we can anticipate maybe we're going to get some buying pressure and to push it back up something like this. Okay, if not, if it comes down to this area and breaks, let's say we have a lot of bearish pressure coming down, a lot of momentum coming, they could break right below that demand area, come down to here. This will be now the supply area, and then they push down lower highs, lower lows, and we continue going down here before this big bullish break. Okay, do you guys understand? Cameron, thank you, bro. Cameron says, thanks so much. This explanation is incredible. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I like to get into these Sunday nights, guys. You guys know Dave and I, we love scalping, but you wouldn't become a good scalper if you don't know what's going on a higher time frame, guys. You wouldn't know what's going on, how to scalp, if you don't know what's going on the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, hour. That's why higher time frame, it tells you everything. And then as a scalper, we can go inside and we get our quality pips. You know what I mean? But guys, yeah, so that's why, guys, learn supply and demand. We really drill these into our snipers with the tutorials, the webinars. We go over this stuff live. You know, I'll be doing the Zoom live sessions for the next 2 weeks with the snipers. Dave will be doing New York with you guys on YouTube. But we really get into this. Guys, the mentorship Zooms is where you can unmute your mics. You guys can ask Dave and I questions. If you guys are in a live trade, I can analyze that trade for you. Dave can analyze that trade for you. We can break down, maybe did you get caught on an impulse candle? Maybe you got stopped out. I can kind of give you a little bit of feedback live as to maybe educate you, maybe clean up your mistakes and things like that. That's the real mentorship, guys. And then we also trade live, guys, as well. We set up zones. We trade as a team, you know, and we can look at multiple pairs, guys, and we can get multiple pips on calls, guys. And for $1 a day, guys, it's great education, guys. More than just collecting pips. The education, guys, the education. This is what you get free on YouTube. It gets a little bit more advanced when you join the team. Touchdown, Casey. Please tell me that Mahomes got that, bro. Did Mahomes, or was it a run? Casey scored, and I need Mahomes to get those touchdowns, guys. I'm like 18 points behind. But Jacob, hey man, do you do this every night? This is amazing. Yeah, Jacob, we not the daily. Like the dailies, we do just Sunday nights forecast, but we scalp Monday to Friday, YouTube live, 8 a.m. You're welcome. Just subscribe to the channel, join us on that. But if you want to become I'll go over our website at the end of the call, and we do live trading in our Zoom rooms, live webinars throughout the week, live Q&A. Last Friday was a wicked Q&A session. We do that with the snipers, guys. You know, you guys can come in and ask any questions. But these are zones, guys. But you see here, there was some consolidation up here. So like the Nasdaq is not just going to jump from the daily from here up to here. It's got to go somewhere. You know what I mean? And it wants to revisit previous areas. Where's a previous area? Look right here, guys. Okay, you can see right there on August 24. 25, 26, 27. This was a clear resistance area, 15,367. We broke out of there with volume and it continued to go up. So now you see how I'm trapping Nasdaq right now. So on the daily, before this thing is going to be bullish, we got to break above this zone. So if I'm a daily trader, I could start to kind of set up a trade idea for myself, maybe place an alert up here. I could possibly look to see if we're going to break back up above there. Okay, if we do, I'm looking for volume similar like this candle. I'm looking for August 27 candle. I'm looking for a candle to come up and close above this zone, how this one did, and then continuation right there. And these are no joke continuation daily candles, guys. If you add up your pips, just the continuation on that candle, that's almost 100 and 190 pips, guys. That's a 200 pip daily candle, okay? So that's what we kind of look for. Same thing could happen if it gets bullish, close with some volume. We could attempt to come back up to this area, okay? But it's not going to come directly up to this area. Look at our other area we could revisit right in here, guys. Follow your price action, okay? Price action is king. Right in here, there was a continuation from this spin top candle down to here, okay? There was a little bit of a pause, okay? So you do have, see here, where they held the volume above. It came all the way down as a spin top candle, but the volume, they closed it above that line. That was the previous day's low. Okay, they closed it above there. Next day it closed below. So you see, this is a key area. 15,448. Round it to 15,450. That's a psychological level. Price action is gravitated towards these psychological levels. So I could have, if I'm trading a daily candle, this could be my TP1, this could be TP2 if I'm holding this. If I get the volume to come up here and close above here, what I'm looking for is a daily candle to impulse break up, close with volume in this area, maybe a retest, have some more momentum to get up to here, and then challenge this supply zone one more time. A few things can happen up here. It could break out of the supply zone with big demand, come test it now for demand, and then go up. So sorry, it breaks through the supply. We have lots of demand, lots of volume behind us, break through, and then now this supply zone will flip now to a demand zone because our volume is above it, and then we could get a retest and go up like that. Another thing that could also happen is the daily candle could come up into this zone, close right up there, nice buy retest, but then it might come up to here and it maybe gets a lower high up here and then continue to push down. Because remember, the overall bias of Nasdaq is bearish. It got rejected up here, created lower lows. It pulled back right up here. This is a lower high from up here, and we could have another pullback up here, and then it creates a lower high and they hammer it down again. If you guys are drawing like trend lines, okay, you can start to form a daily trend line. You can start to draw it from up here coming down, okay? And you can start to see we're in a bearish downtrend on Nasdaq, okay? But it could also come back up here and retest the trend line, but I could go bullish and grab some pips if it does that. If it goes bearish, okay, so now this is like what a little accumulation distribution box in here. And then what I could be looking for is the bearish break coming down here, okay? So just going to drop it below there, okay? And then what I could be watching is the break down there. Okay, so like the buy would be considered somewhere above this area. And then if we get into a possible sell, like if Nasdaq goes bearish this upcoming week and we close daily volume down this area, we could potentially come down, back down to this demand zone, right? We might get some buyers here and take it right back up. But if it breaks below there with more pressure, we could come down to this area, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, guys. This is kind of like how I set up my charts. I could put alerts there and things like that. And then if it comes down to these levels, I could start to go to a lower time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, and really scalp inside, you know, scalp the breaks, get that big breakdown there, okay? So that's Nasdaq. It's similar to US 30. Overall bias is bearish on the daily. We are creating lower lows, lower highs. We are in a downtrend. We're at a critical accumulation distribution area. It might bounce around in this zone in here. Maybe banks and things like that are going to accumulate for the next move. This is Nasdaq, guys. This is our US stock market right here. So this is a lot, could accumulate, distribute. We'll watch the US dollar as well this week. We could break down further, you know what I mean? So that's Nasdaq, guys. I went over a little bit of the supply and demand zones with this one, show you some trend lines, key areas. Like over here we had that W breakout, guys. This is a sexy W pattern, you know what I mean? Not all W patterns are going to look like this, guys. Everyone is looking for this, okay? This is what it looks like in the textbooks, okay? And that's how it looks. Perfect scenario, it looks like this. Half the time, you're not going to get a W pattern that looks like exactly like that. You might, you know, it's nice, but you might get some choppy ass shit W patterns like this. You still got to understand what is going on, okay? Look here. You have leg 1 coming down. Here's, I got a low, I got a support, okay? It comes back up to here. This whole area is my neckline, okay? It's my whole neckline on my W. It came back down. We broke down, okay? It extended, but the volume came back up and closed above here, okay? So that's like my bottom, okay? I know we broke down, but that could have been a liquidity grab coming down there. And then now, oh shit, I just got to click a new one. Sometimes this trading view acts up, guys. Okay, so down there, this is our neckline. Back down here, it made, and then we came up. Now what you're watching, guys, is this area, okay? So this is like the W break. You're watching this critical area. There was our breakout, continuation, cool off. This is our bullish flag pattern. Here's our pull. This has a higher probability of continuing the bullish rally after it cools off, pull back, and then boom, they spike it up one more time, okay? So this could be happening down here. We have a bearish pull coming down, and then it could consolidate in here, and then maybe it pushes down further, the opposite of here. And what else patterns do we see? This could be like a head and shoulder pattern. I know you look for perfect head and shoulder patterns, but guys, look more context. Don't just look for perfect patterns. Here we have consolidation, accumulation, distribution. It has a left shoulder. All of this up here is forming the head. It had a peak high and it came back down. Now we could be forming the right shoulder over here. We just have to finish the right shoulder, and we know head and shoulder patterns are bullish to bearish reversals. As soon as we break this neckline, we could drop. And that's what we're going to look for on Nasdaq. Very simple. Okay? So that's what we'll be looking for. Yeah, Nubia, there you go. Do you see a head and shoulders? There you go. You know, I didn't even see your comment, but you spotted it before me. So there you go. But it could also come down and then maybe it doesn't finish the pattern and continues to go up. But we spotted the pattern and we can anticipate the right shoulder break. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Then we got to scalp. We got to trade accordingly. You know, we got to keep going. Okay. So, good questions, guys. Good session tonight. Good questions. So that's my overall bias on Nasdaq, guys. I promised Jade tonight that I would do German 30 for her. She's one of our sniper members. So guys, let's do German 30. I just got to find it on my chart. Okay, so this is the German 30. Real daily candles. Okay, guys, let's get this going for Jade. Hopefully you're still on the call, Jade. And this is the German 30. Okay, so similar, German 30. It's a little bit more choppier, okay? It's not, it's the candles are a little bit more wicky, you know, more volatility on this pair. Jade, yep, good, you're here. So this one's for you. Kagan, welcome from Turkey. Thank you, bro. I had a trip planned to Antalya and Bodrum for a few weeks, but COVID canceled that. I can't wait to visit beautiful Turkey. Okay, guys, so let's get this, guys. So this right here, okay, we can see German 30 had similar resistance, okay? It had resistance up here on the daily. We were trying to break above this level, 15,800. We couldn't break. There was a nice little push down. This is a mid-July where things pushed down. We came back up, okay? We rotated right back up. This is like a inverse head and shoulder pattern. You got your left shoulder, you got your head. It finishes off the right shoulder and a little bit more of a pump coming up. But this also hit all-time highs up here too. The German 30, all-time highs. So this is now 16,030 for the German 30, 16,030. Okay, that's, we can say that's all-time high. I can clearly see that there's a supply zone up here that if we ever get to this point to come back up here, I'm expecting a rejection unless volume can tell me otherwise, unless volume breaks through there. So that was an area of resistance, supply. Okay, so on the daily, it came up, it pumped up a few more times. See up here, this is now my other resistance, 15,930. Okay, it pulled back up. It had a swing high, this big green bullish candle, but you see the volume close below, then they hammered down. Yes, there was an impulse wick breakout, but no volume closed above there. So you know what we can say above this area? This is a lower supply zone. Okay, so this whole area up here, this is a supply zone. Okay, I'll go red. Supply. Every time it comes up there, yes, they tried to break it, but lots of selling pressure pushing it down, rejecting those wicks, rejecting all that buying pressure. Then we had a nice bearish candle. It couldn't engulf this entire green candle. So what do we have to do? We got to look at the daily support right there. 15,755 area. As this red candle started to come down to this area, if you're not trading daily candles, then flip to 4 hour, 15-minute, 5-minute. But guys, for my daily traders out there, listen, pay attention, guys. Okay, I love daily trading as well, but understand your lot sizes have to be much smaller because your stop losses are higher. It's not like when you're scalping, guys, okay? It's like physics. If we're trading on a higher time frame, we have to adjust our lots and stop losses. If you're trading smaller time frames, 1 minute to 5 minute, you can really keep maybe a tighter stop loss and maybe a little bit higher lot size, okay? Do you guys understand that? So, but right up here, what was happening when we broke, okay? So if you want to trade these daily candles, guys, you can make a ton of pips trading daily candles. The way how to do these is when they're breaking, guys, if you want to try and get in on the initial daily break, because when these things break, you got a lot of momentum coming down. So if you get in on a break here, like an impulse break, what you could do is you could get into a trade, try it out on a demo, try it out with micro nano lots and see. Maybe you can collect 10, 20, 30, 50 pips, 100 pips, okay? But what you could do is, you know where the high of the candle is, okay? So you could place your stop loss above the candle's daily high. You're safe. It came up there and it got rejected up there. Now we're breaking with momentum below a critical support level. So this could break, and then here would be like your first take profit, that wick of that candle. Your next take profit would be that obviously if it continues to go down, your next wick right there, that could be another daily take profit. And if you just look at your pips, okay, on this German 30, I don't trade this pair too much, but for the people that do, that break to there, that was a clean daily break of almost 90 pips, guys, okay? Do you see that? From there, we just target the wicks right there to right there. Take profit 1, take profit 2. And then what you could do with your stop loss, guys, you want a risk-free trade, no emotions, bring your stop loss down to break even. And you're already up 90 pips. You could get more. Scale out, guys. Grab 70, 80% out of there. Leave a small break-even runner right there and let this thing run. The following day, guys, if you let this run, okay, look, it opened right here. It came back up, but it created a lower high from up there, and it's below your stop loss. So they push it down further. It came all the way down to 15,450. You know, you could have had your runner there or your complete overall trade. If you guys are ballsy and want to keep it running, you know, that's all up to you. But calculate the pips, guys. Like, that's a serious drop at a critical level. 300 pips, guys, you know, 300 pips. That's no joke. Okay. And then don't get too greedy, guys, because look, it flips right back up and it could come right back up. You don't want to give away all those pips. But now we follow the trade. Okay. So where are we at on this trade? This is live now. So do you guys see all of these wicks right now? Wick, 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 wick. This is a supply zone, guys, right now. For all my German 30 traders out there, pay attention. Okay. You see this zone right up here? This is the new daily supply area. Okay. Pay attention, Jade. This is for you. This is the new supply area up here, okay? So this area, 15,766 to 15,800, all supply. Every time we had the momentum come up there, rejected, 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 okay? No volume closed above this area. Now what we're doing is we're watching critical areas, okay? So what you guys could have been doing last week on German 30 is watching this daily candle. When it comes down to here, here was previous support. It breaks. Grab some pips to that wick right there. Okay, you could have take profit 1. Could have had TP2 there, okay? And if you guys want to calculate the pips from that break, like just grab out your ruler right here. From the break right there, down to there, TP1 right there. That's 40 pips. TP2, 80 pips. You can see on the daily, they start to move like 20, 40 pip moves. And that's why you have to risk 20, 40 pips. Okay. To get your number one, your 1-to-1, 1-to-2, you have to risk 20 pips to make 20, 40 pips. You can't come in with a very, very tight 5, 10 pip stop loss on a daily candle. It just doesn't work, you know, but that's why you got to lower your lot size. Because if you're making 100, 200, 300 pips, those little tiny lots will add up, guys. Okay. You know, unless you have big, big money to go lot sizes on this, but you know, it's all, everyone trades different. But then here, guys, okay, so I'm going yellow here. Why am I going yellow here? Because I seen down here when they broke it below, they came, they pinned it with the volume right here, and then they opened. This is a key daily support level. It's at a psychological level, guys. I'm not making this up. 15,550, 447, give or take 1 or 2 pips on a daily is nothing. But that's a key psychological support. And this daily candle continued all the way down here. They closed it. This was Friday's close, guys. Close with the volume below. Look at today, guys. You could have been shorting the shit out of German 30 right now. Look at it opened, guys. Absolutely no bullish momentum coming to test back up here. To test this, they didn't even bring it up. There was so much selling pressure that the bulls couldn't even attempt to bring it up here to attempt to come to this resistance, to even try it. So it's coming down, and look, it's filling the wick. And that's a nice wick fill. That's no joke. That's some serious pips right there. That right there to there is 60 pips, okay? But look now, this is live, guys. If this breaks right there, you're going to have it come down to here, 15,420, okay? Guys, this is dropping on the daily candle, so pay attention, guys. Guys, we don't need those porns. Keep the porn out of here. We're getting pips, not porn. Okay? Pips, not porn. I gotta get in there, and I gotta take you out. Okay? I don't need that shit on here. All this spam and porn channels, get out of here. Stop. We don't need it. Okay. I block you guys all the time, and you guys still keep coming back. Nobody wants the porn. We're here for pips. Okay? No porn. Pips. Stay out. Okay, guys, let's go back to this. So this is the German 30. Follow with me. Okay? So that's the previous low, and this is the wick from Friday. So if it breaks down there, look at where our German 30. Look left on our charts. Okay? So critical areas. Okay? Right here. This is a critical area. So I got to go yellow there. Okay? So see here. Back in July 8 and July 9. That's where it reversed. Okay, we had a big bullish candle. So same thing could happen here. It could come down, and maybe we get some bullish momentum coming right back up. But if this pressure is very coming down on a heavy level, like daily, okay, so this is daily. What happens if I flip to my weekly? Okay, let's take a look at the weekly. Look at the weekly candle. I know it just started tonight, but coming off of the last few weeks on German 30, it came all the way up there. We have a long rejection wick. It came all the way down. It closed. Last week, it came all the way back up in here to our next supply zone, got rejected, came all the way down, closed with volume. Now, our weekly candle, if we break below here, look at all these wicks it could come down to. Like this could be very, very bearish on the weekly, like coming down, breaking below here, okay? But this weekly candle just started. We got 4 days to go on it, lots of time. But you can start to see a bias coming from the weekly, bringing it down to the daily now. All we got to do is break down here. This is another key level. If we can break down here, I would be going to like my 4 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute, getting in for scalps right in there, and then just look for key areas. Then identify these wicks, and that's where it can drop down to. It can drop down to 15,360, and then you calculate your pips, you know. And remember, these are daily zones, so we could find some buyers coming in here, okay? So you got to look at both ends, and then if it really breaks, it breaks down there. You got this wick to save it, this wick to save it, and then this is a real critical area. You can see the bullish candle came up there and continued. This area is a very, very key area for this pair, 15,260 area, okay? But that's what I would be doing. So Jade, if you're trading this, like what you could look for is you go to your lower time frames, hourly, okay, and then just trap some hourly candles once you get a break. Like right now, this thing is trapped perfectly. Like I don't trade too many hourly candles, but if that's what you do, you can trap this kind of inside here like this, and you're waiting for the break with the volume below, and then it could push down further, okay? So you can see it's coming down too, and then it's consolidating and pushing down. If you go to like your 5 minute candles for scalping, okay, so now our overall bias is bearish. It's coming down, lower lows. Here was a swing high, creating a lower high from up here. My purple line, guys, is my 200 EMA. So price action is below my 200, which is still considered bearish. And again, they brought it down here. Another swing high, lower high from up here. So they've kind of pinned it down. If you guys are trading 5 minutes, guys, okay, so I'll set up the charts for you guys. And Jade, this is for you, girl. So here I have a 5-minute supply area, okay, going forward. This area right here is my 5-minute supply area, okay? So you can see every time we attempted to get up here, they rejected it. It came a second time, rejected it. That's what started this big downtrend. If you draw trend lines now, you could have a trend line. If you started to short anywhere, as long as it stays below this red line, it'll continue to break down. When it breaks key 5-minute support levels, you could get into trades. We could have scalped this. You know what I mean? If I wanted to scalp this, you could see right here where it broke. Okay. So look what happens, guys. This is why price action is king. Okay. See how it closed with volume below? A couple retests right here. What's this zone now? This now is our new supply area right here going forward. Okay. So this area right here. This is a new supply area. Every time price now wants to jump back up here, we've got supply. We also have a trend line. The only thing that will get me into a buy, Jade, to take German 30 is potentially if we can break above here, I could maybe get into a scalp buy and take it possibly up to this next supply zone. And then I don't get greedy. I don't get greedy. If I get my pips up there and I see that it's not breaking, if it starts getting wicks and wicks and wicks, then a bearish engulfing candle could come right back down, just like it did here, just like it did here. But if I'm scalping that count, and remember, you're counter trading the overall bearish trend. So if you're counter trading, guys, you're not gonna get a whole candle come all the way up there. There's levels where it can go. So that's why I use these red lines. Here was a previous level. There could be like a TP1. This hourly line, that's my TP2, and then up here could be a TP3 plus. If the volume breaks and closes above this area, then yeah, we could continue to go up. Here's also a daily resistance, 200 EMA. Everything is lining into place, and I could get into a buy at that area. As long as volume correlates, it's closing above that zone, or I could potentially see it come back up, and then I could go into another sell coming down. But if this thing now wants to break below this key level coming forward, see how now it's got a short-term little resistance right there? See where the candles are trying to break above, but it can't. So if this now closes below this area with some volume, maybe I could get into a nice little sell and push it down a little further. You know, you could look for potential sell coming down in this area. And then these red lines are like my take profit areas. Why did I identify this area? Because it's a wick. Look at that. It could come right down to that wick. If you look left, look, I got nothing to look left to because it hasn't been it's been a while since we've been down here. So I got to go on a higher time frame to see where this could fall down to. But here I have my daily, okay? So here's a red line, here was a previous red line. So this could drop here for 450. It could potentially come down to 430, and then daily support is right there at 420. That could be the drop right there, you know. So that's kind of like my psychology going into these things. I did a little bit more for you guys tonight. Hopefully you guys appreciate it, and you guys can like the channel for me, because normally I just go straight into just daily. I really broke down things for you guys to show you like how to get into possible trades and things like that. But yeah, so that's German 30, guys. And guys, it's 10 o'clock. Okay, so I'm going to do one more currency pair. It's up to you guys. Just one more Forex pair. Let me know. Do you guys want GBPUSD or GJ? I'm going to do one more and then I'm wrapping up the call, guys. Let's see. Winner takes it. GU or GJ? What do you guys want? We've been on this for over 2 hours right now. Zad, I can't do a US 30, 15 minute. We went over all those, okay? GJ. Okay, I see a lot of GJs. You guys are not GBPUSD fans. Wow, am I the only one that loves GU? Okay, guys, I see GJ for the win. Let's do GJ, and then we'll wrap it up. Guys, I might be back for London, so make sure you're subscribed, guys. Listen to me. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I do pop up London sessions. For us, I got to get up at 2:30, 2:45 a.m. Eastern. It's the worst time for me, but if you guys are subscribed to the channel, you don't want to miss that out, okay? Because London sessions, we have some fun during London, guys. And those are like bonus sessions, okay? Just depends if I get up in the middle of the night and want to trade, we do it, okay? Philip Massey, thank you, bro. It means a lot that we rock, you know? I like that. Bell, thank you. I appreciate you too. Okay, guys, let's go on to GJ, and then I'm going to wrap this up. I want to catch the end of the football game if I can, guys. Let me just see. I got to check the score for myself, guys. 1 second. I'm a big football fan and basketball fan. Okay, start of the third quarter. It's good. Okay, so we'll finish this off, and then I'm gonna watch the second half of the ball game. And I just got to see my man Mahomes. Okay, 179 and 1 touchdown. Okay, I just need him to get a few more yards and one more touchdown. Let's hope that happens. Okay, so guys, let me just go back to our webinar on GJ. I didn't remove this. Okay, so this was kind of, or did I? Did it? No. Look, guys. Okay, so this was from our webinar that we were doing at the end of the call. We were just playing around with this, and see how it played out. Okay, so we had a sell order placed in here. It broke down, and look, it wrapped back up around, but again, just a swing high with a lower high, and then they continued to push it down. And look, if you kept a runner, okay? See if you kept a runner. They tried. Look at this look at this wick out candle. They came up here and they triggered a ton of stop losses. But then what they did was, this is a big fake out candle. This is what I call the FU candles, okay? Excuse my language, but it's the FU candle. This is what market makers do. They take it all the way up here. They trigger all of the pending orders, stop losses, everything like that, and then they continue to take the market down. Again, it wrapped around, lower high, one more FU candle before they took it all the way down where they wanted to take it. So if you were following this pair, and if you still kept that runner, that's what I mean, guys, leave a little bit of a runner and look at it continuing to dump. So if you were in this original trade from our webinar on Friday at noon, where we were just playing around with this thing, look at this, okay? So it's running now 50 plus pips on this pair, okay? Okay, guys, I'm just following up on the chat, guys. Let me just see what's going on here. Yeah, I'll get to the website right after this, guys. I'll show you our website. There is some scam groups out there, guys. Be smart. These guys are clowns, okay? They're saying that if you give them $500, they're going to give you $5,000 in return. It's bullshit. They say that they only accept cryptocurrency. We don't accept crypto, so right there you should be suspicious. They got some type of algorithms. It's all bullshit, guys. They got 5,000 subscribers that they bought, and only 5 people are looking at their views. They're copying they're copying all of our views that we put on here, guys. Be smart. You guys know Dave and us, okay? Ask to see them, just go in a chat with them. Say, can we do a live Zoom call with you? We do live Zoom calls. You know us, okay? Just catch them. Our guys are exposing them. It's hilarious. But eventually our lawyers will send them a nice friendly email, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, but guys, forget it. So just, you guys are all adults here except for Suave, who is a 14-year-old. But be smart, guys. With this day and age, with all these bullshit scams going on, you guys are smart, okay? Never, ever, okay? I don't want to sound like your dad here, but never, ever just put money in the markets if you don't know who you're dealing with. You know Dave and I, you see us, you see our faces, we talk here. If you have anything, questions, message us on Instagram, on Facebook, ask questions here. We'll answer everything for you guys. This is, I think we posted it. This is, yeah, here's the group, guys, on our free Telegram group. Oh, for all the viewers that are here, if you want to get in on our free FX group, this is us, this one. The one I have pinned at the top of the chat, it's got 1.22 thousand subscribers. This is us, this one, and we post live trades in here. We post like our schedule. So here's our YouTube schedule going every Sunday night. This is our private Zoom room. Saturdays we sometimes we'll trade live crypto in there, and then weekly forecast Sunday night. So this is a good information, guys. If you want, get in on this. And this is the group that claims to be us. This is all BS, okay? If they message you guys, block and report them, please. We don't ever message you, okay? We're not going to message you to invest your money. We trade live, guys. We don't need to invest your money. We don't invest money anyways, okay? We trade, we educate, okay? So they are bullshit. Let me just get that out of there. Okay, let's now go to GJ. I'm going to clean up my charts, guys, real clean. We're going to go to the dailies, okay? So follow me, guys. This is GJ for you guys. Last one we're going to wrap up tonight, and then or maybe we'll see. We'll see. Okay, just let's get through this. Let's get through this. 28-17 KC. Was it a Mahomes touchdown? Okay, guys. Okay, so I'm on the daily, guys. I'll go full screen. Okay, so this is GJ, guys. Okay, so now we're looking at the British pound, Japanese yen. Okay, oh, run. Oh, man. I need Mahomes to get that touchdown.
Suave will be a success story, guys. Or is it a quarterback touchdown? Mahomes ran it in? Guys, get clear with me here. Nice. Okay, I think I got this fantasy win this week. Good. Okay, guys. So for GJ, okay, for all of you guys that trade GJ, what is our bias on GJ? This is the daily. Very simple, guys. Okay, you can draw a trend line right there. What happened up here? This was the high. Okay, 156. We're 600 pips away from 156. Okay, so we got a long way to get back to that area. But we do have a trend line. So this trend line is showing us it's been pushing lower lows. The swing highs are lower highs, pushing again a new low, swing high, low. So we're creating lower lows. But now we're not creating these lower lows anymore. Look from the bottom now. You got to look at both ends, okay? You got to be a bull and you got to be a bear. You got to see the things that are happening here, okay? So you see now from the bottom, we are starting to make some higher lows, higher low, and again, this might be a higher low. So this is like a symmetrical triangle. For you guys that don't understand what a symmetrical triangle is, we've got ascending triangles and descending triangles. A descending triangle is more if you have something that looks where it comes up and then it goes down, okay? It will come down here and then it will break at the critical. You'll have like a support line that's a horizontal support line, and this could be coming down, descending. Okay, and then ascending is where you have the bottom support line is sloping up. It's ascending. We're making higher lows on the bottom, but it's eventually going to reach a resistance level and try to break out. That's a bullish momentum and bearish for descent. But a symmetrical triangle, you can see it can go both ways. Okay, we're reaching the apex of the triangle, the tip of the triangle. This is called the apex. So we'll either have a bullish breakout up here, or we're going to have a bearish breakdown. So on the daily, what we could do in here is we can start to anticipate where this thing could potentially move to, okay? So we have to draw some support resistance lines. So I can see up here, this was like a big resistance area for this pair. When it recently came up to here, 152.32, okay? See when it came up, rejected, it came up again, rejected. So it's safe for me to say that there's a daily supply area up here for the pound yen up here, okay? And we push down. Look at that pattern, guys. What pattern do you guys see here? Can you guys, this is an easy M you can see, okay? Coming up here, there's peak 1, come down, form our neckline down here, little support level, comes back again up here, peak 2, but it doesn't come all the way high. It hits our trend line, supply zone, and we get the break. And then once we break below this support line, there's your M pattern break. See how easy you can spot this M pattern? Okay, this one broke that support level right there, and there was your continued drop. But when you learn these patterns, guys, you can start to be a seller up here. You don't have to wait. This is more when you're learning how to trade, they teach you to get into sells down in here. But when you become a more advanced price action trader, you can start your sell entries up here. You can start your sells up here. You're in the supply zone, okay? So that's what we do here at Stock Sniper Trading. We trade like market makers. We don't trade with retail traders. We kind of trade up here. So we can start to anticipate this pattern happening before it happens. Remember, leg 1, leg 2, here's this pattern coming up. What's going to happen here? Is it going to break out? It didn't. It got rejected. We've got a supply zone. We've got a bearish engulfing candle. I could have taken this trade absolutely right in here. Once I start to see it break key levels, then just watch the candles close. Watch the candles close. Walk it down. Okay? So how low did it come down to now? Where did it get to? Let's take a look. Okay, and this purple line, guys, this is my 200-day EMA. Okay, so price might want to come down and revisit this area. Okay, and now we got to look at critical areas going forward. This was a critical area right in here. This was an area I need to identify. Okay, why am I identifying this area, you ask me? Look at, we've had a red candle, red candle, key area right here, 150.60. And then again, they closed it here. We held here, held here. Look at our daily candle right now on GJ. It's coming right down to 150.59 area, our key area. If we break below here, where is this going to come down to? Well, it's going to come down to, I can see right now, okay? And guys, if you're scalping, like these pips will add up right here to possibly 150.44, okay? So from where we're at right now, if we break below there, okay, we're at like 70 right now. That could be a nice 20, 25 pip drop coming down there. And this is a key area as well, okay? So when I say a key area, this is a demand zone. That's a demand zone, okay? The reason why I'm saying demand down here, let me just place it like this. I'm going to go green here, okay? This is going to be green for demand, buyers, okay? The reason why I say that is because every time it came down here, it wicked out, rejection wick, came back, rejection wick. This big candle on August 19, they broke right through that demand zone and it came up. Then they broke above it. So again, rejection, rejection. This candle could come down and start to get some buyers and maybe we rotate right back up. If we do push up, where could this thing push back up to? Okay, so that's what we got to look. We got to look left now, see the bigger picture. So where can we possibly place like a resistance line? I could go inside this area. Okay, so if it rotates right back up here, I'm looking for maybe a bullish break above here, and then it could push back to this trend line. Maybe it breaks out further up there. Okay, but also up here, I've got resistance right here. Okay, and I can go from there. And then here is a new supply zone. So this one was up there. We're not even close to being up there. So what we can do is I bring this supply area down to here. Okay, so see here, this is my new supply area. Yeah, we had an impulse break, but the volume closed below, right below our trend line, continuing to go down. Okay, so again, up here, I can start to do supply zones at each one of these daily areas until I get it real clean. But right now it's a very bearish candle coming down. So what I would be watching on this pair is to see if this volume on the daily can break this area, 150.57 area. If it does, like I could already anticipate getting into sells for this pair right now. I don't even trade this pair too much. I trade GBPUSD is like I trade it more than this one. But if I was starting to get positioned for this thing, if I want to come in and scalp and get ready, I go to my 4-hour candles. Look at my 4-hour candles could be coming in. This is my daily demand area. Look at every time these 4-hour candles, look at all this choppy shit in here, okay? So 4-hour candles might get choppy in here unless there's a clean break. If we have a nice clean break, we'll see it. We'll catch it on the 1-hour candle. This is the 1-hour candles. So if I want to know exactly where it will go on the 1-hour candles, I can come in here and I can kind of scalp it inside. Go back to my 1-hour candles right here. Okay, so if you're trading 1-hour candles, this was previous support right here on the 1-hour. Let's go white for 1-hour candles. Okay, white. I'm going to change it now from yellow to white. White is 1 hour, okay? So you see how we broke down there? It's coming back down. So this area now is like a 1-hour supply zone, okay? In here, this area right here. That's a 1-hour supply, red, okay? Rejected there. Price wants to come up here. You got to fight all of this supply to get it back up there. On the 1-hour, guys, if this rotates back up here, like on the 1 hours, you know, I don't know when, maybe later tonight, tomorrow, whatever it is, I could be maybe looking for a buy up here, and I could take it up to this next daily resistance. If it breaks up there, that's my next hourly, and then that's my next hourly zone. See how I look left? Wicks, right there, and right there. I could potentially get into a buy if it does rotate back up there. It could be forming an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Here's my left shoulder. This could form the head coming back up if it does go bounce off this daily area, or if it bounces off this demand area. But then I can also bring this down with me as I trade. You guys probably see how we do that with the 5-minute candles. But I bring it down. I trade price action, guys. So if I start to see this hourly candle down here on this pair, consolidating down here, what I mean is this is only one candle. What if my next candle in the next hour, what time is it? 10:15. What if we go to 11 midnight leading into London, we start to get some consolidation down in here, and we wait for our London session open, then I start to see prices cooling off in this box. I'm not going to be a buyer up there. I'm going to be a buyer over here. I'll wait for that technical breakout. And then also, if I'm getting into a sell down here, I could be positioning myself for a sell down in here. And I'll grab some pips. down to my daily support. Maybe it breaks below our daily demand zone and this shit will fall. Okay, and then it comes down, and then if it breaks below there, if price comes below here, this is not going to be a demand zone anymore. This is going to be a supply zone, and then we just flip it, you know. But right now you can start to see like the hourly is breaking down. Okay, so what I could do is, guys, I don't normally do this on Sunday nights. I just strict with daily, but we had 200 viewers in here, so it was awesome for Sunday night. So I could now come down to my 5-minute candles and look at the 5-minute candles, guys. Look at these. Look at these things, okay? So right here, look at that low right there. As soon as it broke that support level, do you guys not see that? Okay, starts to come down, bearish, start to draw your trend line. You start to see everything happening. We just analyzed this entire pair where we not just have a bearish bias on this from the daily, 4-hour, hourly, and then start to put the puzzle together. This is a descending triangle. The last one I told you was a symmetrical because we had it coming up and down. See here, we have a flat support level, but we have price making lower highs, lower lows. This is, look at the apex. What happened at the apex of the triangle? Right here, the volume closed below. I could have shorted this down if I wanted. Get into a sell anywhere in here, place your stop loss. Above, you can place your stop loss above, guys, depends how tight you want it, above the previous 5-minute resistance, like right around here. Okay, but sometimes you'll get faked out. You know those big FU candles? They'll come up, take you out, and then take the market down. And you're like, shit, I just got stopped out and I knew it was going to go bearish. So if you want to protect yourself, maybe you want to place your stop loss like above the supply zone, you know? But make sure you're getting good R&R on your money. That's why I always look left to see where this could come down to make sure I'm getting my right pips. If I'm willing to risk 10, 15 pips, am I going to at least attempt to make 10, 15, 20 pips? Am I getting good one-to-one? Minimum one-to-one. I don't even look sometimes at one-to-one trades. I'm more 1-to-2, 1-to-3, and catch those big quality structure breakdowns and catch those big pips. But if you just grab this, look at it. It's continuing to make lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, and it's coming right down to our daily critical level right here. If this thing breaks right there, this thing could fall down further. I don't even have RSI on my charts tonight. Normally I trade with RSI. I watch for like 50 psychological breaks at the 50 because it oscillates between 0 and 100. You know what I mean? I like to see those breaks and go into bearish territory, and maybe this is going to come. Maybe it's already in oversold territory, and then we might get a little bit of a pullback. But again, pullbacks could just come right back up to a previous like resistance level. Where's the resistance level on the 5 minutes? Right here, guys. Okay, see where it kind of cooled off in here? Where it cooled off, got that little spin top candle and it broke down. That's like a resistance level right in there. So if we do get a pullback, okay, if we do get a pullback, if we get some buyers, maybe they're going to attempt here at the daily and push it back up to here. But if we don't close above this area, then it might get rejected again, retest here, another lower high, because that, again, that trend line is getting down further, and then they break it down. And then you're looking for the big daily break right here. You could flip to your now higher time frame, check out your hourly candle. Hourly candle could be coming down. Get some confirmation maybe on your 4-hour candle. 4-hour candle is coming down pretty heavy. Go to your daily candle if you want extra confirmation. What's our daily candle? Our daily candle is coming down right at our daily support level. If this thing breaks and comes down with daily momentum, this could drop, guys. And then if you're scalping it, you could get some additional pips. Like, you know what I mean? If you're in this trade right there, like this is no joke. From there to there, that's 23 pips on a slow Tokyo session. Like, so it's not bad, guys. And we do this live, guys. Okay, so it's nice. It's easy to say, okay, this already happened. You know what I mean? But guys, we show you how to do this live. You know, if you've been with us for 2 months trading live, watch some of our YouTube videos. We call these plays out before they happen. You know, we kind of set these charts up. We educate live how they're happening. Anybody can go and back test and just make a video. Okay, but trade live and call out this kind of stuff, and we're trading live, guys. So if you're in the free Telegram group, we post our trades we take in here. We post them, you know. We had a really good week last week. It was really good. A lot of good education, a lot of good the market was running really nice last week, so hopefully we can carry that momentum with us going forward. But overall, GJ is pretty bearish, guys. The pound is weak. Why? Could be because at the start of the call, guys, what did we do? we did the DXY, the US dollar index, and look at it, it's pushing. Okay, see the daily candle when we started, we were right at this yellow line, so it's pushing up, it's coming, engulfing, trying to engulf this red candle back here, back on August 23rd. Guys, if you go to a shorter time frame, you could start to see what the US dollar is doing on the 5 minutes. Look at it, it's continuing to make higher highs, higher lows. This was a critical area here, daily. Look at it, we just broke above it. Okay, so see it continuing to go up. This is our next area that we're going to target, is here, big level, 93.50. That's a big psychological level. If we can somehow get up there, this is showing a lot of strength about the US dollar, and we can trade it accordingly, guys, this week. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. I almost went 2.5 hours. I want to watch the rest of the football game. And then I'll hopefully, we'll see, maybe I'll do a bonus London session, but make sure you're subscribed to the channel, guys. Before I go, some guys were asking about our website. Just please give me 2 minutes, because there is scam groups out there, so I want to make sure you guys are informed about this. Our website is www.stocksnipertrading.com. This is our website, guys. This is us. It's legit. This is our website. So our program, guys, what do we offer? We offer live webinars Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On days we do it Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, because Friday afternoon we like to take Fridays off. But 3 live webinars a week. We've got live Tokyo trading in our Zoom room Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. We're gonna do weekend crypto trading with the team, because now I can trade now with my broker 24/7. I tested it out this week with a few Bitcoin trades. I was testing out the spreads and things like that, and it was pretty good. I grabbed where was it? Here, Saturday night. I almost made 500 US on those 3 Bitcoin trades right there. I was just testing out lot sizes and like spreads. It was really good trading Bitcoin. It moves, but it is kind of volatile. You guys got to be ready for it. You got to be patient, disciplined with it. Also our tutorials, guys. So we have back-end tutorials. We have courses. We have everything back here. So if you're new to trading, no worries. If you're a beginner, we guide you from like you're in kindergarten, and we take it slow. If you're more of an advanced trader, we know how to deal with everybody, guys. So if you're new to trading, you got to learn what are pips, lots, leverage, spreads, slippage, things like that. The different types of orders. A question I had today: do I use buy stops, sell stops, market executions, things like that? You got to learn this stuff. Learn how to place stop losses. Whether you're trading on a higher time frame, daily, 4 hour, how to place it properly. If you're scalping 5 minute, 1 minute, 15-minute candles, how to place your stop loss properly. Introduction to a candlestick characteristics. You have to learn this. This is the basics of candlesticks, and this is price action. This is how we make our money. And then these are like all the different candlesticks. We have like our own 23 of them, guys. 23, favorite number, MJ the GOAT. So we have kind of our 23 favorite candlesticks in here. We don't give you guys the candlesticks that you don't really need to learn. You don't really see them on charts. Don't waste your time. These are the ones that you really need to know. Then you turn candlesticks into patterns. Multiple candlesticks start to make patterns. We learn patterns, uptrends, downtrends. What is a supply demand zone? What I was talking about, accumulation distribution zone, how to set your support and resistance lines. These things, ascending, descending, symmetrical triangle, what we just talked about. These are all 10, 15-minute tutorial videos. Really nice, informative, get down to the point. Don't waste your time. These patterns, M and W, head and shoulders, reversal patterns, breaking down technical indicators, RSI, MACD, stochastics, Bollinger Bands, Fibonacci retracements, all of that stuff, strategies. And then all of our webinars, guys, if you miss them, they're recorded and they're uploaded to the website. And you get all this for $1 a day, guys. And you get the mentorship, guys, but also if you want free content, someone was asking me, do we give free content? Yes, we do. Join the blog, guys. This is a free educational blog that we break down trades like psychology that we got into a trade. This was a US 30 sell we took. I believe it was Thursday or Friday. Broke this down right at 9:30 market open, and we hit it for these 3 trades. Almost made, what was it? 834 US dollars on those 3 trades right there. Kind of break it down, and we show you guys everything. This is free, okay? So if you just go to the bottom of our website, you join the newsletter down here. Okay, so just put in your email address at the bottom right here and you'll get that free daily blog. It's a lot of good free information, good free content. And guys, these are our social, okay? So this is our free Telegram group, the free FX group you guys are in. It's pinned at the top of the chat. This is our Facebook. This is our YouTube, and this is our Instagram. If you're getting messages from other groups saying that they're us, we don't. Listen to me, guys. We don't ask to invest your money. We don't accept cryptocurrency. We don't have algorithms trading for us. We trade live, and we do everything through our live Zoom rooms. If you don't meet that person or they're not, do not send them any of your money. It's all bullshit, guys. Look at them. They've got 5,000 subscribers, but they got 5 people looking at their posts, and they're copying our posts from here. They're taking this profit ticket and they're saying join our team. Then no, it's all bullshit. And then they direct you. They're not taking you to Stock Sniper Trading. They're taking you to some other bullshit website. So it's got nothing to do with us. So number one, guys, be smart out there, okay? Don't be stupid. If you guys get this, please report it and block them, okay? But guys, yeah, this was a great call tonight. So thanks so much for joining. I'm going to just go enjoy the rest of those football game. And guys, this was a good, let's get ready for next week, guys. So we're going into mid-September, leading into October, guys. We'll see what's happening. A lot of bearish momentum on the markets right now. The US dollar is getting strong. So we'll start to see how this looks going into tomorrow, midweek, and close of the week, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this session, guys. This is what we do here. This was just a chill out Sunday night forecast, breaking down pairs. We did DXY, we did gold, US 30, Nasdaq, GJ, and also German 30. So we did a lot of good pairs today. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Everybody, oh, Mahomes another one, so I'm safe. I won that fantasy. Nice. Guys, so join Dave tomorrow, 8 a.m. for the New York session. And guys, if I do a bonus London, make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, because then you'll get in with the London session. That's approximately 3:15 a.m. Eastern. We do that session. But guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you guys are around the world. Thank you guys for joining. Please like these sessions if you guys are getting good value out of this. And if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. I think we're almost at 5,000 subscribers, which is awesome, guys. Adam, I'm gonna try to come back for London, bro. We'll see if I can get at least like 2-3 hours of sleep. Maybe I'll make it, guys. But yeah, we'll go from there. I just play it by ear, guys. I set my alarm clock, and if I can get up, that's why it's a bonus session. They're bonus sessions. But I'll be doing this week for 2 weeks. We'll be doing the Asian Zoom and the webinars with the team. So thanks again, everybody. Cameron, oh, the Porn Hub is back again. I thought, what are you guys doing? Making new accounts? Like I just blocked you. Okay, the porn, we told you, we don't want porn, we want pips, okay? Pips, not porn, guys. Let me, oh man, they can't get enough of these groups. You block them and then they create another account, like just nonstop, guys. Let me just delete them, please. Guys, is there any final questions before I wrap it up? Let me know. Okay, thank you guys. 155 likes, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. That was awesome. So we'll go from there, guys. Wow, we're almost at 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. And have a good night, everybody. Thanks for everybody for joining, and enjoy your night everywhere around the world. Be safe out there, guys, and we'll see you this week. Let's have a good, profitable week. Let's learn and earn, and have a good time, guys. And if you're new here, welcome to the Sniper team, guys. And if you want to join the mentorship group, we'd love to have you. The mentorship group is growing really fast. The price of $1 a day will not last for a long time. It's a promotion we're offering. You'll be grandfathered in at that price. If you get in, we will not change it on you. If you leave and then you come back, and if it's a different price, that's a different story. But for the people that get in and you want to stay with us, you're grandfathered in at $1 a day. We will not change that because price will be increasing as we're growing in the Zoom room. But thank you guys so much, and everybody have a great day, and we'll see you guys. Take it easy, guys.